bushman is gonna take responsibility. Well, the same way if I'm going in the hood and I'm navigating with you, you gotta be like the bushman and tell me, oh no, don't go in that liquor store and take your jewelry off.
Yeah.
And, you know, other than that, I might get caught off guard with one of these wild animals. The Navy, when I went to talk to all the recruiters, the Navy seemed to be the ones who will allow you to see the world.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing was coming in the military, because I didn't even know military people were making any type of money. My whole thing was the experience, the discipline, the education, and seeing the world. And seeing the world was like the top of the list, because I had never been out of Detroit. You know, there's a lot of people will have these grudges against their parents who was put, one, and we coming out of post-racism, post-Jim Crow. So you think about us as African Americans, right? Just us, not saying other people don't have their plight too, but let's just say us, and we mad at our mama who was in survival mode. Like, to me, you weird, you're a weirdo. No, because guess what? My mama put that strength in me, and now I got it from here.
Let's lock in. Welcome back, Eddie's podcast. I'm here with my guy. History between him and I. History, good history. Donnie Townsend, Detroit, Michigan. What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
Yeah.
D-Town, good spot, man. Wild up there, but it's a good spot, though. But you already know about that. Joined the Navy back in February 17th, 2000.
Yeah, that's right.
2000.
That's it.
2000 sailor.
Flat number. Y2K didn't hit.
Y2K.
999, we thought it was out.
Yeah.
And we were still here. I had to do something.
Still had to do something.
I had to do something.
For sure. First command USS Truman, left there as a CS2. You know, jumped out the gate on the aircraft carrier.
Yeah. They did me good, man.
That's right. Naval Station Norfolk right after that, left there as a CS1. USS Nassau, Big Nasty, left there as a chief. Went to the WASP, left there as a chief. Went to recruiting in Ohio, picked up senior chief. Went to the baton, got a commission, FSO. Mid-Atlantic region, USS Bush, USS Ford, and his last command was King Base, Georgia, where he retired after 25 years.
Bingo.
My guy. Thanks for coming through, baby.
Hey, appreciate
Thanks
the invite,
for coming
bro.
through, man.
You know, I've been looking forward to this for
it's
some
been
time.
a long time, man. It's been a long time brewing, man. And I knew it from like day one. I said that's a sharp CS1 right there.
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it's sharp CS1 right there.
I was hungry.
Hungry. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. It's not too many people that don't know CSs don't stay and watch on the ship.
Especially
They
not
don't
back
stay and
then.
watch on the ship, but this dude's still watching his duty days. You know, he's still watching. I don't know if he messed it up for the rest of the cooks by doing that.
Yeah.
Probably did.
It was against the culture.
Against the culture. But you was letting them know, like, I'm on y'all level.
Yeah. I'm touching everything.
I'm on y'all level. I'm on y'all level.
Kid, I'm touching everything.
Yeah. So that mindset, where did that originate from? Where did it come from? Is it the Detroit thing or is it a home structure thing?
It's a mixture of two. You know, how they say all the ingredients plays a part in the overall. My mom is like that, where she like, you know, you don't never leave $1 on the table. You know, so if it's some money out there for you, you know, go after it.
Yeah.
As long as it don't contradict your morals, your values, because that's where the money ain't no good. All money ain't good money if it contradict anything that you hold as a value or you hold as morals. But if it's in alignment with your skill, your hustle, and your talent, and that money is available, go out there and get it.
Go get it.
Go get it. Go get it and go get it and go get it.
She put that in you.
Yeah, because sometimes people won't give you a second opportunity. Sometimes you won't get a second chance and stuff. So I always was real aggressive about strike now, go after it. And certain people that made them uncomfortable, especially, you know, when I was new to the Navy, me saying, oh, I got that, I want to, you know, and they like, oh, man, like, you know, it was weird to certain people.
Right.
But I didn't come in the military with a plan B at all. I didn't have.
I feel you.
You know, when I left and I told my mom, I'm going to make this work, And I remember when the passing review in Great Lakes,
Yeah.
my family was there, and I watched my mom crying. But in this scenario, Vice, a lot of the scenarios I put her in, just like I talked about in my retirement ceremony, this was the first time she cried for something good. Wow. You know, so it was like, man, I can't mess this up. You know, you know, in my family where, you know, I was doing a lot of stuff when I was younger. And, you know, the people felt like, oh, he ain't about to amount to nothing. You know, and then you start getting good at bad stuff, you know, in Detroit. So there's a lot of people who's talented, but their talents are being applied to something negative. You know? Like you can have a talented scammer. You can have a talented drug dealer. You can have, you're right. You can. I know mathematicians who doing stuff with that math that they can do numbers in their head. Easily. Listen.
Street stuff, though.
Right. Yeah. So it's like if you're doing that, you could have been a chemist, man. You could have been a scientist. You could have been helping us get spacecraft up.
But that wasn't cool from our environment. That wasn't cool.
Even when I shift gears, I shift gears when I became a teenager, started reading books and stuff like that. Because I can tell you about most of the guys in Detroit who was getting locked up and coming back out. They did two things, right? And now this gonna connect with my personality. Is they read a lot of books and they worked out. So most of the guys who was coming back and forth to prison and coming back home to Detroit, they were well read with, man, you read The Art of War, you read this book, you read this book, you read this book, and then they was about the body. So it was about the triangle, which really got amplified the older I got of how important that triangle, they was talking about mind, body, and spirit, that triangle. And if you're gonna be a man that's evolved, all three of those got to be strong.
That's right.
Any one of them that's weak is going to be the area that a person penetrates you and they'll be able to, you know, get you off your square. So it was about keeping all of that solid.
Got it.
So people who knew me early on, like if you know, I don't watch sports. I didn't play video games. Like, you know, people who play Madden and these people. I don't know how to do none of that. I couldn't tell you, ladies, basketball. People seen me and I was big.
Yeah.
When I came in the military and they be talking to me about football, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
I have no idea about the stats. I couldn't tell you about who's the best basketball player, none of that stuff. But I could tell you about Machiavelli. I could tell you about these different books that, you know, the autobiographies and Michael Eric Dyson and, you know, the poets and, you know, Maya Angelou books. And I was into reading. Even now, I'm still, you know, what you would call a nerd.
Right.
You know, and that's what was interesting to me. But in the hood, when you try to bring some information like that, nobody wants to.
Nah, they ain't listening to that.
There's no attraction to that. You know.
It's a different type of who I look up to in the hood. Machiavelli, you know, the last poets, they out of Chicago. Them people that you're speaking about from the books, some of them were in the hood, but majority of them wasn't. And that's not what we want to talk about on the street corner.
Right. Right.
It's about, hey, you see, you know, Mike scored that last night, Barkley, AI, you know, that's those conversations because it's sports related and it's what's cool.
Right.
Not reading a book to get knowledge.
Right. And nobody want to indulge in a conversation that they're not well versed in.
That's true.
So for instance, if I'm the only person reading these books and you don't really know what I'm talking about, that's where you're going to really be like, I don't want to talk. I'll talk about the sports because both of us kind of equally know something about that, or both of us equally know something about this subject. What I find out is that dynamic where I know a whole lot about something and you don't know nothing, that people don't want to indulge in conversations like that.
Right.
A lot of people are not interested in learning. They're interested in demonstrating. I want to show you I know something too. So if it's a subject they're not well versed in, people are, nobody want to talk about that. Yeah, of course not, because you're not good at it. Say if I'm the ugly guy that don't get women and you want to tell me about, oh, I get all of these, man, I don't want to talk about that. I'm striking out in that area. So,
right.
What are we doing?
What are we talking about?
You know, now I feel like you humiliating me because you know that's not my arena. So, you know, it's the same way, like I said, when you jump into conversations there, if they're not intelligent, if they're not well versed in something, they're not really interested in it unless they can join in.
That's true. Okay. Retired now, 25 years.
25.
been out for what, going on a year?
Man, it creeping fast. So May is when I went on terminal leave.
Okay.
I went on terminal in May, and August 1st was first day as a civilian. August 1st.
So from August 1st to now, what do you do to keep yourself like at ease, relaxed? Because you was, and you probably still wired up like that.
I am.
See, okay,
Yeah.
but you're not telling people to do breakouts. You ain't telling them, you ain't managing this, you ain't managing that, you ain't super. That's not where you at now.
Nah.
So what do you do to at ease yourself, just to relax? Because you still may be on 120.
Right. First, I think the agitation went to my family. You know, it was like you getting home and now I'm managing, hey, get this room clean. Hey, paint that. Hey, you know. So I think that first layer of management when I came home, because what happens by the time you hitting terminal leave and all this, your phone goes from blowing up, and everybody call you and I need your help and could you look at my package and to slowly that phone stops ringing to it get quiet. Yeah. And then what I noticed is when you're going out in society, everybody's at work. You're the one with this new free time. When you go in the grocery store, it's like the old people. When you go into the mall, everybody's at work, and then everybody returns about 2, 3 o'clock. You start seeing human beings
I got back
again.
to the house.
So really throughout the day, I'm just there with the dog. The kids is at school.
Yeah.
Me and the dog, they're looking at each other crazy. He won't walk all day. You know, it's like me and Zulu. Me and Zulu sitting there.
Right.
And I'm, trying to find, I ain't really big on TV, but I'm trying to watch TV. I'll get on YouTube, start going down different rabbit holes. But now, that connection with people.
It's not there.
Yeah, and I feed on that. I feed on good I mean, you know how I am.
Yeah.
You call me, we'll be on that phone about 2 hours.
Yeah. It may be one question that I'm asking. Or two. Hey, how you doing? And this, that. But from there,
it'll keep evolving.
It keep going.
And we can talk about politics. Right. We can talk about self-improvement.
And if we don't talk, let's say it could be 3 to 5 months. We just literally
pick right back up. Yeah. And that's why I was saying, man, we need to. Yeah. Because we can have a lot of valuable nuggets of wisdom coming out, and we wasn't able to capture it and then later when you try to think about all of these things you hit during that conversation and be like, I should put this out in the universe. I should put this on a video. Now you kind of don't remember it. But the thing I love about like the video, the podcast, the internet is now we get to capture that. Now somebody else can gather some wisdom, insight that's valuable out of that and be like, oh, I should do that. I should operate like that.
Right.
That makes sense.
Do you feel people like to listen more than read?
Yes, absolutely. I don't think a lot of people, especially with hard books, I don't think people, like if you give somebody a book in this day and age and it's thick, as soon as they look at the size of that, they're already like, I'm not reading that. If you send somebody a long text message, they'll open that long, listen, especially men. Let's say you and your old lady arguing and she send you this, you're like, man, I don't want to read.
I know what you said.
Man,
you said the same thing about 4 times.
Call me, man.
Yeah, just talk to me.
Just call me, man. I'd rather socialize about it back and forth. I get to feel your tone than to try to read this. The tone gets lost. Some of this word I could be offended. I'm old school. I gotta look into your eyes. I gotta be comfortable enough to feel what you're saying, not just hear what you're saying or read what you're saying.
Right. You're not putting fear on you. That's your way of understanding.
Yeah, that's my way of making sure that connection, and then we can have that EQ, which we take that emotional intelligence and say, oh, that hurt you, or oh man, that really pissed you off, or oh, that didn't really bother you that much because you kind of calm about it.
Right.
But if I'm just reading something, I don't get all of that from that. So I think people respect that more than if they read a book. Now, I read, like if I listen to you talk, I know you, and then I read something that you wrote, I'm reading it in your voice.
I got you.
Like if I know you and I'm like, I know how he would say that.
Yeah.
So if you wrote a book, you could do talk to text, and as I'm reading that, I can hear you, like literally hear you. Like if somebody, let's say if it was Schwarzenegger and they know his voice. Automatically, you're going to read that in his voice. Yeah. That's how my mind operates.
It could be a Terminator type thing.
Yeah.
But you'll still read it.
In that voice.
Wow.
So I think us as human beings, we become so codependent on technology that a lot of people don't like getting that hard copy book and sitting down. And then a lot of people got, what I call TikTok brain, man. That attention span.
Sure.
2-3 pages they already. Yeah. Back in the day, a person
could sit there. But it's so much information, though.
It is. That's really a lot of internet information is manipulated now. People can alter a word here. It's almost like we get the Bible from the Creator.
Yeah.
And then a king get his hands on it and he said, I'm going to give y'all the King James version. I don't want to put that out there. But
the King James. Right, I got you. Right.
So I think the majority of, if we get it from that original author, not the internet little clip of it, I get that original book from whoever wrote it, and I feel like I'm touching his words. Vice, getting something that the internet then chopped and somebody then cut and paste, and they could have manipulated a few words here and there. I like the source. Right. It's like us as human beings, mankind, trying to get in touch with God. A lot of us want to get to. A lot of us then fell out with the preachers, pastors, and we want to get to the source though.
Right.
And I think that's the element of what it is. But I do feel like we should evolve back to putting your hands on
it and reading.
Yeah, books and scrolls, because how much can we trust the internet?
Right. Because what it is, say you make a post, you read it, or it could be a real video clip, you read it. The comments can influence your thoughts just the same.
Oh, they will.
Just the comments alone.
Yeah, because
I see people say, rush to the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a lot of that be funny, but
you want to see the reaction.
I want to see the reaction to what we actually just seen. But that's the world that we're living in, Vice, where I can just open a book, take the time to read. But it's, again, so much information. How am I storing all of this?
Yeah.
As we say, words matter.
They do.
Words matter, and what we say sticks in our brain.
Absolutely.
We may forget some things, but it sticks in our brain, and this is how we are as a society today. So the conversation you was telling a young man, a young woman, hey, start reading. You're like, hey, man, you old school.
They do. That's how
old school.
That's how they.
You old school.
Come on,
You old school. What you read in 3 or 4 days, I could have got in 2 hours.
Yeah, and so think about that, just like the patience associated with it. Because if you look at most men back in the day, let's go from like the 60s and 70s forward, even what we would call a man cave now used to be the study. And you know what was in the study? Not sports stuff. It was books. And maybe, a little smoker's pipe.
Yeah, for sure.
It was quiet. It was tranquil. There wasn't a whole lot of, no. Even the color schemes was totally.
Yeah, like a rich brown.
Yeah, just something that would calm your spirit. Yeah. So you could read and, I need to put myself in a receptive setting, right? And I think that's what I need to be in a big comfortable chair.
Right.
I need to have something on. They throwing the little smokers. I need to have something comfortable in. So I'm only focused on what I'm taking in.
Right.
So if you think about that as a whole, when we're ready to take things in, or somebody else is ready to take things in, they need to be made comfortable.
All the time.
That's multi-layered.
Yeah.
And once you can introduce a setting that's comfortable, then you can really get people to learn. You can really get them to be receptive. And I think what we do a lot of times, especially in that military, is we try to train and teach in an uncomfortable environment. That's why a lot of times it's better for you to send that sailor off that ship, off that environment, no 1MC, none of that, and he can go to that school 30 days, and he can be completely immersed in whatever topic or whatever that training environment is. So the training environment can't be the work environment. And a lot of times, we don't want that guy off the ship because in arm's reach, I can still go do this for me.
In the middle.
Yeah, and that's the lazy leadership because, especially your best guys, you know how some of these khakis is when you like, hey, man, let the guy go TAD for. But when he not here, I might have to work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it was always a thing, especially when we was going to shipyard, man. I'm like, get these guys off the ship, get them. I don't even want them here.
Right.
You know, and then you got to fight your upper echelon. Oh, there's too many people to be sending TAD. Job off. We still got to put that meal out. People gonna eat, man. People gonna eat, man. You know, every time the conversation is with us, like every move I make, the ship is gonna starve to death.
Yeah.
Hey, if I want to take care of, hey, can we put this guy on leave? We got FSO, you know, the suppos, you know. Now, we got a lot of good ones out there too, so I don't want to put them all in one basket.
Right.
But there's some that it shouldn't be a fight. If I say this guy can afford to go.
Right. If I'm saying, if I say that, you good. At that level.
Right. It shouldn't be a secondary question.
No. You could truly be a first class and really make that decision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're a solid
first class, a solid first class can make that decision.
But our first classes, remember the old school first classes and how you didn't see khakis like that? And now khaki almost have to touch what these guys touch because they make quick decisions instead of thorough decisions.
Right.
Oh, this junior guy, okay, did you consider everything involved with what you're asking the khaki to do? If I want to send this guy on leave, okay, there's some key questions. Hey, do we got some money, you know, in his account?
Right.
We got enough gas? Is he driving or flying? You know, who is he going to stay? Where is he going to be staying? I'm asking all these. Sometimes they just so quick to want to take care of them, and I get that.
Right.
That they're not asking none of these questions, so the calamity comes later. The problem comes later, in which if we're going to do something, and that's where the khaki start removing that power, and they are saying, you're making emotional decisions and telling this guy, yes, because you just want to be the yes guy.
Right.
Because then you're a hero. You know, and now Chief is the bad guy.
The bad guy, yeah.
So, you know, if he said, well, no, this guy ain't, you know, he ain't set up to eat. He ain't got no leave on the books. And this guy did. And you know, and now when the chief go introduce and say, hey, you didn't have this, and this going on, this, and this. This is not really an emergency. Right. You only got 4 days left on the books. You're trying to go in a hole for something that's anonymous. We're going to have a real conversation with you. Right. Whereas some of these second classes and first classes who are closely related to you, they sleep with you, they want to take care of you.
Right.
So they're going to yes you to death. And then they'll come back and be like, yeah, man, I wanted to push that through, but Chief, man, you know, Master Chief, they won't say, hey, man, the details of the story right now don't work in your favor. They're not going to introduce it like that. They're going to blame you. They're going to say, well, we went up there and talked to Master Chief, and Master Chief was like, so now the junior guy ain't mad at him.
Right. Well, yeah, I got to look good because we cool.
Yeah. A lot of parents are like that with the children. So, you know, with parents, there's the good parent that's yes. And then the other one has to be the one to be the authoritarian. Yeah. Right? So you'll see these kids. Guess who, if somebody asks, well, who you want to stay with or who you like better?
The good one?
The good one. Which one is the good one? The non-authoritarian.
Right.
Because the parent that's aggressive, and I'm going to challenge you on all of that.
So growing up, is it a balance? See, as a parent, you should have a balance. Both parents being authoritative and
taking turns being authoritarian. Yeah.
Right. Growing up, when you grew up, your mom, how was that with you?
Because it was just her. I can tell you, she had her side as a woman, but my mama was very, very aggressive. My mama to this day, right? The people who know my mama, they say, your mama a gangster. Mama grew up in Detroit, Brewster Projects, all the, you know, my mom, you know, her parents died when she was 11. So my mom got a lot of, like, brash ways that she sees stuff, right? You know, like, even with me, my mama used to walk me to fights. And even when I'm, you know, as a little boy, like scared.
Right.
She like, even if you're going to lose this fight, you're going to fight. You're not going to let somebody talk to you like that. You're not going to let somebody do you. You're not going to let somebody slap you upside your head and walk. You're not going to do it like that.
Right.
If you're going to do it, you're going to take the full beating. But you're going to also beat back. That person going to know that you ain't going to lay down for them. And what I learned about Detroit is when people see you as prey, everybody on you, man. Everybody dogging you out. Everybody. You just become a punching bag for. But when you become a wolf, I had more fights when people perceived me to be. Now, once I started working out, lifting weights,
right.
Man, I took some taekwondo, boxing classes. Once I got to a point where, now I'm nasty.
Right.
Guess what? I stopped. There was no fights. People look at you and now and be like, nah, I ain't doing that.
I see what he did too.
Right. Even in the military, you see, I'm coming in there. I'm 6'3". I'm getting to these ships. I'm 250, 260 pounds.
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah.
You know, especially when I was younger. I'm 47'9". I'm still going in that gym and I can get on it. You know, but young, I look aggressive, but I'm the nicest guy ever.
On all honesty,
that's the
what
misinterpretation. Right.
You are.
Yeah.
You are.
Once people start connecting with me, they be like, oh, he was actually, you know, when people talk to me a couple commands after the command that we work with together, they be like, I didn't even realize how much you was helping us. And it'd be like, you know, like.
I think with you, you don't have time for no BS.
I don't.
You don't have time. You don't have time. You will coddle, but your thing is I'm coddling, so that means don't give me no BS.
None.
Because I'm giving you extra attention.
Right.
I'm giving you that.
We're going to sit down, we're going to talk about it.
I'm giving you that. I'm giving you more attention than I give my own kids. I promise you.
No.
Yeah, I promise you.
No.
And it's crazy to say that, but it's the truth.
That's a military truth.
It's a military truth.
So there's not a lot of places of employment when I think about the civilian side where a lot of the leaders can say, I've spent more time with these youngsters, talking to them, whether it was somewhere, you know, some of them talking about hurting themselves. We got to go to Portsmouth or I'm going picking people up from the police. I spend way more time than I've spent with my own children. You know, you go on deployment, right? And this is a depressing factor. You go on deployment, let's say 8 months, 7, 8 months, and you come back and your kids have evolved. I remember my daughter used to like Dora the Explorer.
Oh, yeah.
And I came back and purchased, and she like, oh,
I don't rock with that.
I come back, my son. I leave, he's one height. I come back, I'm looking like, man, that's Ross.
What? Yeah.
But when did, like, man, I missed that. And you have to be like, you have to eat that and say, man, you know, I've missed a lot.
Right.
And what do? Most military parents try to do the financial compensation for the time lost.
To supplement.
Yes. So they come back, we're going to Disney World. I'm going to spend all of this money. What you
come
want,
off deployment, everybody going to Disney World.
Yeah. So I come back off of deployment to supplement the time loss. I'm going to try to put all of these things.
Right.
Now you spoil them.
Right. Just to go back and do it again, because you're going to be going again.
Yeah, it's gonna be a repeat thing.
Yeah.
That they know when you come off deployment, oh, we going to run the bag up.
We about to,
What? My daddy a master chief, my daddy a what? When he come off a deployment, he been getting tax-free, he been getting, you know.
He ain't been spending no money out there.
Man, he ain't had time to spend no money. He might have got a few Amazon packages and care packages.
Because mama just got a new car.
And that's new. We didn't have, back in the day, we didn't have Amazon to spend that money with Amazon.
No. They dropping off packages.
Whatever you got was a care package. So when you go check that account on the way back, what?
See them zeros.
Not unless you had a spouse that was doing you dirty. And we would see that. Some people came back to zero. That's the honesty of it. A lot of people won't be honest and say, man, I know a lot of people get married and come back and he ain't got nothing.
Drained.
And now, listen, you talking about coddling. I can't be an aggressive leader with that guy because
they going through something serious.
This person just tried to destroy him.
Going through something serious.
Right? And just wasn't a thing that I want to break up with you. No. You think you just worked for free for 9 months. You just worked for free for the last few years. Matter of fact, let's say they divorce you right at your retirement. Now I want half of your, and you think that they don't know all. I remember Norfolk, Virginia, even dating somebody and they know you military. You can tell them what rank you are, they know your pay scale.
Easily.
So you know how dangerous that is for
Easily.
That's worse than being in the NFL, NBA.
Our pay is like wide open.
Somebody somebody sincerely like you. You know, we young men and we this beautiful older woman coming up to you and you thinking, oh, I didn't hit the lottery. She really liked me. And she thinking, oh, I'm about to get these benefits. I'm about to get. And who don't know? What leader don't know in Norfolk? And first thing we try to do, man, don't. How long y'all known each other?
Don't rush that.
Man, what? 6 months? And y'all about to get married?
No. Hey, she go to HU, Hampton University.
She go
to ODU.
Oh, she about to tie you down, man. And people, I can't stand.
That's the benefits portion of it.
The benefits.
Oh, I get this medal. We get married.
What? And
I care about you.
He can turn over some of them education. Sign it over to your spouse. There's a lot of.
It's a lot of things. Yeah. And then when you deal with that, and things go south, now you got to deal with that pain with that sailor or service member, period. You know, you have to deal with that pain.
A person who can pretend to be in love with you is that's a vicious, like, people don't realize, like, how, like, dangerous that is. A person for multiple years can pretend to love you.
Yeah.
And then if you go down to these divorce courts in Norfolk, right, and you see, like, I want everything. I want the skin. I don't want him. If you think I'm joking,
I
go down to any of these courts and just sit in there and listen. And you will be like, now you have to, this is what you consider at the beginning of that. They used to love.
I thought you loved me. So
can't we just break up?
How does money become like this is the compensation for it all? It's not just the piece. Hey, you got your piece, I got my piece. Oh, I was really in love with you and you hurt me.
Yeah. So you owe me money.
You owe me money. So how does money and love compensate? Like, how does money and love come together?
I think everything streams back up to the bigger all. So say we had a couple streams going through here and everything licked. The bigger thing for us in the United States is all money. Money is God here. Yeah. So when you look at, why do I think this person scammed me? Because they love money and they value that over, you know, allowing you to live your life and have your retirement fund. Somebody gonna try to scam you out of it. There's people in real estate deals who's trying to beat you out of, you know, it's everything.
Right.
And we get to a point now on social media. When we were young, a majority of our heroes, none of them were rich. When you think about our heroes.
Right. They were legends. They were more legends.
Yeah, because of their talent.
Their talent, skill set. It wasn't about...
Martin Luther King wasn't like, I got $100 billion. I'm sitting on 100 M's right now, and I'm only significant because I had a dream to get to a billy. No, that wasn't
the conversation.
That could be the conversation now, though.
Yes. Yes.
And people will idolize that person.
Yeah.
We had, you know, our heroes and people that we saw that was significant in society had nothing to do with money. But now every measurement that somebody can possibly talk about, it's going to root back to, well, how much money you got? Well, what's her net worth and what's his net worth and because you ain't talking about nothing if you broke. If you just a regular guy out here living off the grid with, you know, the beads around your neck.
Right.
And you're just at peace. Yeah. You love life and you can enjoy fresh fruit.
Right.
That, oh man.
That's not attractive.
To be
that's not attractive.
Right. Yeah. Like who's trying to migrate to that?
Yeah.
Nobody. Same thing in the military. So we can, somebody could ask me, well, Warren, why did you want to go Warren? And then I say, man, it was the money.
Yeah.
Now, could I say it was the money? Yeah, and I could be a portion honest, but I'm looking at my family. I come from a poor family. Money changes the dynamic of what we have available to us, right? So I can say that as a poor, you know, black kid from Detroit, that everything stopped at money. Ma, I want to play football. I ain't got no money for that. Ma, these shoes that I really want to get, I ain't got no money for that. Ma, they going on summer camp and this summer and it's 100 and I ain't got no money for that. To the point where some of our parents, a lot of our parents were putting bills in our name. You know, when I turned 18, I found out a lot of stuff that, man, do you know I was 8 years old with this? But guess what? They was in survival mode and it was about, and guess what? If we could have went back in time and you say, and your mother could ask you, well, I ain't got no money. Your daddy ain't helping us. Your daddy out here in the street making other families with other women. And I can get these lights on if I use your name. What would you have said as an 8-year-old little boy? I would say, turn them lights on.
Turn them lights on.
Turn them lights.
Yeah. How do you go against it? You're not even educated enough, really,
to know what credit is. I don't care about that. Get them lights on, get some food in the
So
refrigerator.
really it wasn't a conversation that never really needed to be had.
Right. So, you know, there's a lot of people will have these grudges against their parents who was put, one, and we coming out of post-racism, post-Jim Crow. So you think about us as African Americans, right? Just us, not saying other people don't have their plight too, but let's just say us, and we mad at our mama who was in survival mode. Like, to me, you weird. You're a weirdo. No, because guess what? My mama put that strength in me. Yeah. And now I got it from here. Yeah. You know, so she know that little puppy that I've been telling for years, fight back, fight back, fight back. Don't never let nobody. Well, now she can watch her puppy become a big dog, and she say, nah, I can sit back on the porch. He'd go hunt and bring
back food for the house.
What?
Yeah.
And that's what she's seeing now in me.
Yeah.
When I gave her my word at boot camp that I'm gonna make this work. There is no plan B, man. I got you.
Yeah.
And she like, I know, don't get in there with your bad attitude, and I know your temper. And I'm saying, Ma, this time, it's gonna be different.
This time.
And guess what?
Yeah,
it
was different. Coming out of Detroit, in the streets, what made it say, hey, I'm gonna join the Navy? Because you had a time.
It did.
You late 90s. Mm-hmm. Detroit, wow.
Detroit
any city,
on
any
fire.
fire. We talking a lot of, BMF stuff era.
Yeah.
In Detroit.
Yeah. Detroit on fire. The streets is on, listen, murder, drugs.
How do you click? Because this is your environment.
Look, and my mom moved on Drake Road. I stayed on Minot. And I don't know, most of the people really don't. Certain people know about Drake Road.
Right.
Even outside of Detroit.
I got you.
They two places you might hear Drake Road, you might hear 8 Mile because of Eminem.
8 Mile Eminem,
But you hear about these certain locations, and we stayed, man, it's like a heaven for hustlers. But if you not that, if you anything, like if you in the water and this water, the top apex predator is the shark, and you a shark, that's a good location for you. But if you're not a shark, you what? You food for the shark. So now, us, in order to survive, you have to become something different. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get in the military, in order to be successful, I couldn't be Donnie from Detroit. Now I'm in here with these sharks in the military, and I gotta watch their game. And
it's a different game.
It's a different game.
It's a different game.
So even though I might have been thinking, I can't go in here and fight everybody. Yeah. They just gonna put paperwork on me. These guys who's barking in your face and.
Because a lot of guys from Detroit went home.
Yeah, easy. a lot of listen.
A lot of guys from Detroit. I'm just saying Detroit, Philly, name a city and state.
New Orleans. Yeah. Listen, a lot of guys, first tour.
First tour. Couldn't even make it to the re-enlistment.
Yeah. Well, and here's another piece of that, especially on the carrier. Some of these people went on leave and got killed. I don't know, what carriers you hit first and stuff. But if you went on an aircraft carrier, there were literally certain people who can go on leave and get caught up in something, get caught up in murders, get caught up in, there was a lot for people to still go home. And so I started reducing that. I started telling my mom, like, hey, if you want to come see me, I'm going to send you some bread, come up here and see me.
Yeah. Safe.
Because now it's like there's an opportunity, because a lot of people won't tell you what they're doing back home. Somebody comes sit in your car, they got something in their pocket. You know when they're going to mention what they got in their pocket? When the police get behind you. Oh man, I got something in my pocket. It's like, what? I'm clean, man. I'm in the Navy, man. So now when we go somewhere, I gotta tell people at home, meet me there. No, just because I have to exercise caution with who I let in my truck, who I let in my vicinity, because I can go to this house. I don't know that this is they just say, oh, we stopping by Rick house. We stopping by Ryan house. We gonna stop by Mike house. I don't know this house is a whatever house. Yeah. And now as soon as I go up in here, boom, they kick it in. People got a bad habit of not giving you all the details until it's too late.
They know the details because they're around it 24/7.
24, and
you here for a week or two.
Yeah.
And then you going back.
Yeah.
It's so much transpired in between. While you were gone.
Right.
Yeah. Your homie ain't doing the same as what he was when you joined.
Bingo.
Things change. Just like you changed, going from a rank to a rank to a rank to a rank. Progression. That's their progression. The street.
But here's the thing. They got a responsibility. So if you're going to the safari or you're going in the jungle and they say, hey, you're going with the bushman has to take responsibility, and he gonna say, hey man, you need to pay attention to everything I tell you. Don't make no moves.
That's right.
And
That's right.
Because the bushman is going to protect you. I'm going to tell you where to step. I'm going to tell you not to move. I'm going to tell you to slow down.
But it's not your environment.
I'm going to tell you to keep your voice low certain times. I'm going to say, listen to that. The bushman is going to take responsibility. Well, the same way if I'm going in the hood and I'm navigating with you, you got to be like the bushman and tell me, oh no, don't go in that liquor store and take your jewelry off.
Yeah.
And, other than that, I might get caught off guard with one of these wild animals. You understand what I'm saying? So to avoid having to navigate all of that, hey, Ma, hey, neek. Hey, if anybody want to come see me, come on out the VA.
Come on out the VA.
You know,
It's easier here.
I pay for your ticket.
Yeah, it's easier here.
It's easier.
Yeah, it's easier.
You know, and my mama, she a gangster. She's never got on a plane. You know, that's why I give her so much credit for coming to see me, because every time my mother comes to see me, she get on a Greyhound. If I don't go pick her up, she get on that dirty, nasty, and I'm talking about, I don't care if Greyhound, the company, hit it. If you get on that Greyhound, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But she's scared to get on planes.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even think my uncle, I don't think they've been on no flights before either. But because she won't get on no plane, she's still gonna come see me. She gonna come see me on that Greyhound.
Yeah.
That's love.
That's love. That's love.
If a person will go through that,
Right.
like,
She's not giving you that excuse.
What? No excuses.
Yeah.
Oh, you graduating? Oh, your promotion coming up? And your mom like, I will be there.
Yeah.
And I'm knowing how, like, hey, well, just get a rental car. And she's like, nah, I'm just get on the Greyhound. Hey, Ma, just get on this flight. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Take a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll be there. I'll just leave a couple days in advance.
That's what it is. So why Navy though?
The Navy, when I went to talk to all the recruiters, the Navy seemed to be the ones who will allow you to see the world.
Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing was coming in the military, because I didn't even know military people were making any type of money. My whole thing was the experience, the discipline, the education, and seeing the world. And seeing the world was like the top of the list, because I had never been out of Detroit. A lot of people didn't really know that. I had never been out of Detroit. So I thought the rest of the world was Detroit. So the craziest thing, one of the first things I seen when I got to Virginia is they don't have bulletproof glass in their establishment. So when you go to our corner stores, we used to have to rotate.
They put the money in.
What?
They spin it around. They give you what you need
Philly,
with your change.
Chicago,
New York, all that. Yeah.
There's bulletproof glass up in all of these places.
This was 80s.
Yeah. So now when you go to Virginia, the bank, and you like, they ain't got no, we used to have to go to the little window and be like, give me $10 out my savings account, you know? And it's like, what? You could interact with people at the bank and actually touch them? Nah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the grass green and it's clean. The parts of Virginia that they telling me is bad. Oh, this the bad part. Even when they were telling me Portsmouth, it's like, man, have y'all seen Detroit?
Yeah.
Like, this look beautiful.
Yeah.
Compared to, but if you don't have nothing to compare it to, and you lived in Virginia your whole life, that is the worst of the worst. You ain't never seen Chicago. You ain't never seen Detroit. You ain't never seen Flint, Michigan. You know, where you like, people live over here? Some of these houses that look vacant, somebody actually lived there. You know, so that's our thing. I used to walk to school and you see people laying on the ground and you see drugs and you see beer bottles and, you know, that's the norm.
That was norm.
So when you don't see that, the clean environment did more for my nervous system than what I'm used to seeing. Because now I'm uncomfortable with how clean and like, man, this is.
Yeah. So going to boot camp, how was that for you? Like, now they trying to say, all of y'all, we training all of y'all to think one way.
One way, yeah.
You come from your environment. He from his different nationalities, races, religion, whatever.
Everybody migrated to their own personality group. The people was from the hood. When I went to boot camp, Division 167, everybody kind of migrated to their own. Like, oh, he from Jersey, he from B-More. All of us now in this bubble because we got shared. All these guys.
The stories can be like, oh, you got that in your neighborhood?
The guys who grew up on farms, they're navigating together.
Yeah.
We're all looking at each other like science projects. Because now, I'm from Detroit, right? We don't see a lot of different diverse groups. So guess what? My ignorance, right? Every Asian person I see, you Chinese. I didn't know Filipino and back then, people is upset. Like Hispanic. When I seen a Hispanic, you Mexican. Oh, don't let them be Dominican, Puerto Rican.
I always thought they were Puerto Rican. And the Mexican female, she got at me. I'm like, well, we just had Puerto Ricans. Where we from?
And they could be from Ecuador. They could be
This is ignorance. Yeah.
Well, and think, these people, after they check you, you know, after they get mad, then they're going to say, well, no, we are this, We eat different. It's this, and guess what? It was no harm, no foul. It's like, oh, y'all Filipino? Like, oh.
Never seen one. Never.
Right. Only seen. We got Chinese food restaurants. Right. That's who we interact with.
Right.
Chinese and maybe some Korean.
Right.
And those are the people who put businesses in the hood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now any other group, I don't really, you got to tell me. You got to educate me.
Yeah.
If you're Hispanic, I'm familiar with Mexican. So if you Dominican, you got to educate me. You got to pull me in on that. You know, other than that, I don't know. And I'm not being like ignorant on purpose.
But the longer you stay in the military, you kind of figure, I know who is who.
I can listen to him talk.
And you can tell the difference because it's like, I'm used to it now. This is part of your environment now.
Galano, right? And I told him, I said, you know how I can tell somebody Filipino on here and not even being funny? I said, you know how I can tell a Filipino? And he was like, how? I said, they switch their P's and F's. Because, you know, I'm a people watcher. I watch people.
Yeah.
So when he would tell me about a storeroom, he would say, poor. And I'd be like, why he always saying poor? Galano. Yeah. I'd be like, you say that. I say, that sound like a P, man. It don't sound like an F.
Yeah.
And then when you asked him the other words, it sounded. And then he told me, you know, how these guys learn multiple languages, but their root language kind of dominates how that accent comes across.
That's true.
So now, boom.
Yeah.
I can decipher these guys, you know, just like if I hear a Jamaican accent versus Jamaican and Haitian.
Yeah, it's a
and
difference.
it's like,
yeah,
but if you wasn't around those two, you wouldn't be able to just quickly decipher.
Right.
Oh, he's Jamaican and he's Haitian.
Right. Jamaicans, for me, I would know. Not Haitian, though.
Because you grew up around.
I grew up around them.
And you see the flags and you see their culture. And
culture.
You can,
It's too easy.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah, and you see in their cars, they got you know. So not only that, they kind of evolved me in that. And in food service, you know what they did? We would have one of their meals. Somebody, whether it was the Jamaican, whether it was Cinco de Mayo, and, you know.
You eating good.
What? Listen what I'm telling you, and people who know me, man. Yeah. I got, that's why I was so successful in food service, and I didn't want to do nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, I cut a 57.
That was going to ask you, like, why CS?
Oh, man, that's my thing. My mother, when she's expressing love, right, and she want to be around family, food.
Okay.
Even if people don't like each other in my family, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you got some cousins or some uncles, because, you know, you always got some stuff going on in the family, and kids might not be hyper aware of everything, but family kind of beefed out, and this person don't like, but cook. Say, hey, I'm barbecuing, and my mama can throw down, right? I'm cooking, and everybody just come through. We got drinks, we gonna play some cards, we gonna fry some fish, and even the people who don't like each other gonna show up, man, for that food. And guess what? For a certain amount of time, the music playing, old school jams, it's jovial, everybody.
Yeah.
Now,
it's love all in there.
The further the evening go along, and that E&J and Christian brothers.
It could change. Yeah, right. It could change. Now, the first couple hours, everybody good.
Yeah.
Stomach's full.
Yeah.
You get to playing some cards, and
we got that out the way.
Then you never paid me that money.
You never gave me that $50 back.
See?
Now they got to, get somebody get twine. Stop, no, don't, Now they got to go home. It's time for him to, but at least for this short moment in his, y'all know it, that's why it's funny, because everybody done seen it.
Right.
For this short period of time, we were able to
come together
and get the family on one sheet of music, show some love, give some hugs out. Yeah. And then, okay, we might need a little bit more space for a month or two, and then we'll do it again.
Yeah.
You know, so that was my mother way of, and I used to get mad about that, because I'd be like, man, we out here struggling. My mama giving plates I don't give a plate to anybody, man.
It's love.
And as a kid, I used to be like, man, and she'd give away all the food to people who hurting in the neighborhood and stuff like that, and they'd be like, man, we ain't got nothing. Now we sitting on.
But they didn't have nothing either. That's why she had to give it to them.
Yeah, and that was her thing, and that was my mother's way of expressing love. So, you know, when I got older, you ever notice on the ship, even if my senior people, right, as a first class, my senior people won't take care of say you got 40, 50 guys, and you're going to they going to be outside for, I mean, you know how.
No, let me tell you a quick story. I know where you're going. I'm on the ship. I'm a chief, and we're doing an ammo unload. I think we might have been Earl. Yeah, Earl, New Jersey. No, we might have been putting stuff away, whatever. And I came to two chiefs. You was the first class at the time. I came to 2 chiefs and said, hey, I want to see if I get my guys some hot meals because I can go to the chief's mess and get a hot meal. If I'm eating a hot meal, they have to eat a hot meal. They have to.
Not no box lunch.
Not no box lunch.
Yeah,
that ain't. I didn't grow up on that.
Yeah,
I can't eat that, and I can't allow them to eat that. The 2 chiefs told me, oh, we can't do that. Can't blah, 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 blah. I looked up. I see my hero. I see my hero. Out of the respect, I went to them.
Yeah. First.
Yeah. Normally, I'm going to come to you. Anything I needed, I came to you as a first class.
Yeah.
People say, oh,
and that's
hey.
what I wanted.
People say, hey, well, you should go to the chiefs first. You got to know who you're talking to.
Yeah.
I know who's going to
Bingo.
get something done. So they said they couldn't do it. I went to you. Your words out of your mouth was, give me 30 minutes and give me some runners, and I got you.
Yeah.
My runners came. We had hot plates.
Mm-hmm. Fresh out. Yeah. We gonna take care of them guys.
Right, that moment right there, man, the respect I had for you, it shot up. It like beyond the roof. You didn't, we can't do it. And it's middle, child.
Yeah.
You didn't say.
Nah, we gonna take care of everybody. Everybody gonna eat.
So again, I know where you come from. You about to tell that story about.
Yeah.
So go ahead, finish.
I'm
wanna
hard
say,
pressed
hey,
about that.
Man,
I didn't get into
you have no
arguments.
idea what that did for me and you.
Oh yeah. I done had arguments with khakis that were over me and be like, well, that's what we bought these box lunches for. And it's like, man, you think about deck department, right? Listen, man, them deck, I could talk to a BM2 and he could carry himself with the caliber.
Yeah, that's the
khaki.
respect. Yeah.
You
I had to learn that.
That BM2.
I had to learn that. Yeah,
I'm not leaping over him.
Yeah, I had to learn a BM3 was that powerful.
Man,
but
what?
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So working parties, right? I can take that CS2 and that BM2, and they can get a lot done for me.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I can tell you across that line, that rank line of E5, them second classes.
Yeah.
I can get them to get stuff and execute some stuff when it's on some networking.
Yeah.
Because their relationships are a lot more clean, right? There's not a lot of politics. That's my real homeboy.
Yeah, right.
I got my man, such and such, IT2.
Hey, get the good omelet on the grill.
Listen, I'm telling you now, they got a lot of the relationships. The more higher you go, they become
CS is probably the most powerful.
political.
Outside of the PS or the pay, CS is probably one of the most top rates. You can't touch them. Food means everything.
On Truman, I can tell you, I knew as a third class, I almost knew everybody on the ship.
Yeah.
And had an actual relationship with them.
Yeah.
Big T.
Yeah.
They didn't even call me by my government. They called me Tebow.
Right.
So I know where people know me from if they use that term. Tebow.
Yeah.
Because back then, on the Truman, we used to have fights on there. And it wasn't, the Navy kind of evolved later. So you couldn't talk crazy to people in the military and just feel like, well, ain't nothing going to happen.
Yeah.
Because on the Truman, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It was like, if you challenge somebody like that, and I'm talking about khakis too.
Yeah.
You play with somebody like that old khaki you think ain't talking about nothing? Man, listen, man. That guy will have you'll be at quarters doing that Sailor's Creed better than you've ever done it. You'll be marching down that pier after the chief put the mitts on you. He go in that, what we used to call the get right room.
Yeah.
You think that old chief, and certain people have to learn what old man strength was.
Yeah.
They go in there thinking, what? Yeah. Listen, he take that.
Right.
The working khaki. He take that, because got what he did with that working khaki shirt. He about to put some work on you. He take that working khaki shirt on. Hey, MS3, lock this door.
He want MS on you.
Man, that boy come out that room, man.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Ready to go up the pier in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. He Joe Navy after that. And that changed. I don't advocate for violence, but those behind whoopings changed a lot of people, because that was the first time somebody corrected them like that. And they hugged them afterwards like it ain't personal.
That's true.
But you're not going to disrespect me.
That's right.
And guess what? I'm still going to take care of you.
That's right.
I'm still going to push your lead.
That's right. That's right.
We go down here, throw hands. It ain't personal.
Yeah, that was just business.
Yeah, it was business.
Yeah.
And now people can talk crazy.
Yeah.
A sailor will talk crazy to you as a khaki, and oh yeah, I do. I'll slap Master Chief, right?
Yeah.
And then when you get ready to, let's go that route.
Yeah.
He'll run down the security.
And tell.
So this is the Tekashi 6ix9ine
era.
Yeah. We wasn't. If you talk that talk, okay, walk it out. You was talking crazy like that, okay. Y'all go out there and handle y'all business.
That's right.
I don't want to hear about it. Don't go to medical, don't go to security afterwards.
Right.
But what they're going to do now is they'll bait you into these arguments and disrespect.
Yeah.
Which you watch the khakis. That's why I have to tell them khakis. Don't let them trigger your emotions. Because these guys, they'll do stuff. Key. They'll come up to P-Way with their hat like this and who you talking to? And the minute you like, okay, let's do that. They going, listen, by the time you get down to security, they already on the seventh paragraph. And I was so afraid of Master Chief. And he looked me in my eyes like a lion and he became somebody different. And they're narrating this story and you like, this guy was just talking to me crazy, man.
Right.
And it's the same junior guy that's at security now? Yeah. Like, what's going on? But then when I watch pop culture on television and I say, oh, Tekashi said, all these guys, oh, okay. This is where they're adopting their personality from.
Right.
You can talk crazy like that and then go run to the police afterwards.
Oh, you don't even call it like a gangster, like a studio gangster. It's not even that.
It's not even that.
Yeah.
Because you know when to shut the studio down if you're a studio gang, but not when the mics go off.
They
put the suit on and they Carlton again.
Yeah.
But no. These guys will portray something and then know if something really happens between me and this guy, I'm going to tell. So,
but I can't tell the part that I did to initiate all that.
Yeah.
I can only tell what he said to me.
What? So even as a senior chief, I will always tell them khakis, don't let them junior guys trigger your emotions.
Yeah.
Because they'll get you in that space with them, and then they're going to act like they're a victim. They're professionals at it. They'll bait you into this, and then once you ramp up with them, and kind of, that's why you can't let them bring you down to that, because they're looking for that. Because I'm going to win this. Because people going to say, well, what are you doing arguing with this junior sailor? I just seen a video with this senior officer on the Army side. And it's like, nobody's going to care what she said to him, what she did to him. All they're going to look at is, they're going to look at his posture and say, oh, he's wrong. Because he's an officer.
Yeah.
So you're the senior person in the scenario, so you have to hold that responsibility, and you got to be able to shelter your emotions to be like, I'm not going to respond to that. You know what? Let's go get this paperwork. You got it, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to win this game. Let's go get this paperwork.
Right.
Because now I'm about to calm myself down even more. And, say,
and then it takes time to do that.
Yeah, it does.
It takes
Because you
time
could
to
have
do
been
that.
doing something important. Now we got to go counseling. I got to go find a witness for the counseling. Because guess what? If you do a one-on-one counseling, they come out of there and say you said something different. So I don't never, once I got in the case, I never did one-on-one counseling. Couldn't do it because you won't even tell the truth about what we just talked about behind this closed door if we one-on-one. So I always tell people, protect yourself.
Yeah.
Because once you close that door and you one-on-one with, they'll say, and these guys don't have no problem with lying. I got one of the guys, some of these guys, because I don't take stuff personal, I still stay connected with them. A couple of these guys is on my friends list on social media who done lied on me before and put investigation. And one of them made Chief inbox me, and I keep screaming, hey man, I just want to apologize for that. I was young, and and everybody displaces when they lied on you or something like that. When people lie on you and put fake investigations and stuff like that on you, they'll come back to you later and place it on, well, I was just young, and you got to understand it. Yeah, I was young and immature. And guess what I do? I write it off because really I don't care. My life done moved on, man.
Yeah.
And I'm in a headspace where, I could care less. Here's the thing about the airplane. Once you get so high off the ground, the stuff that's on the ground don't matter.
None of it.
It don't even matter. And I done took off to such a high altitude, past the turbulence, that none of the stuff on the ground right now, it don't matter. It don't matter.
For that moment in time.
You told a lie. It's in the past.
All right.
I don't even care.
Let's keep it in the past.
Yeah.
I got to focus on today.
Right.
I have to focus on today.
I do, and don't commit your energy to none of that. Because you know what people don't realize, man, when people say, hey, man, let that hate go and forgive people, a lot of that is taking a weight off because your mind will keep returning back to, imagine, even your body is intelligent enough. If I take a knife and I cut my arm, your body immediately, right, if it's healthy, you don't have to say, hey, heal up and you talk to it. No. Immediately, air hit it, the scab will start coming over. A few weeks later, you look at that spot.
Gone.
It's closed up. It's not bleeding no more. So we as people, we have to learn how to heal, man, and let it go.
Yeah.
We be holding too much trash.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's weighing you down, man. That's your anchor. And I know anchor in the military, we told it's a great thing, but in real life, it's stopping your motion. You stuck in that same spot in the middle, you got a destination you got to head to. Is holding on to that pain going to help you to your destination? Sometimes it can become a propeller. There was things that people told me I wasn't going to do. People, oh, you did that, CF1, you ain't going to never make chief. You would never see them khakis. You would never see that anchor. You know, I had the CMC on WASP, right? We get into it about working parties. You know, I get out there, we done had a whole chiefs meeting about working parties, right? Guess what's not out there? You know, and a lot of them CMCs, I ended up bumping heads as a food service chief with a lot of CMCs. Me and a lot of CMCs and different master chiefs got into beefs because you told me you was gonna make sure that your chief's mess, our chief's mess, would have these bodies out here for me. And guess who out here? Just me and my cooks. We call 100 man, we got 30 people out here. Now,
that's bad leadership.
Now you think about the leaders, right? In that mess who can't get their people out there, they EP guys. This one tell you now. This one tell you now. Now old school, them master chief would have ate some people alive out there. We go out there with that brick, and them people not out there. The AOs, and I'm gonna tell you, aviation guys be locked in. You know who be locked in? I can tell you, Air Department.
Air Department. I learned that from Famous. Famous Harvey. I learned all that from him.
And
my first ship, I learned that from him.
And I'm forgetting his name, man. Air Department on Bush and Jimmy on Master Chief over there, Master Chief McCray. I can tell you, I can give Air Department come to work. I can get them they flowers. I can get the AOs they flowers. I can get Deck Department they flowers. It's a lot of departments, and then it's a lot of departments that know that they people gonna be hiding. Them administrators, them topsiders, they know my guy's probably not gonna show up. So guess what? You should especially be down there.
You should be down there to ensure.
If you know you got these admin or certain guys that I ain't trying to go out there and lift no boxes. How many milks they got coming? I don't care if the food is for the crew. I ain't about to go out there.
Listen to what you just said.
You know, so
the food for the crew.
The food.
It ain't y'all.
The interpretation that the food is ours. No, we handle it. We manage it. We procure it. But that's not our food. You know, now we the first ones touching it. But that's the crew's food. Now, small boys, they know that.
It's automatic. I hear it's automatic.
What I told you, they changed my whole perception about the submarine community. Submarines, they know that. Submarine, they gonna XO, CO, CMC on the submarine, they gonna go down there and they gonna touch that stuff. They gonna make sure them people down there, and if you play that game with them,
he says business.
They'll tie you down. You know, and seeing that firsthand, and I used to hear people talking mess about something, and I'm like, no, them guys on them small boys.
They get it. If I hear it. I never been there, but I hear good stories.
And then I see the small boy CMCs and I see the carrier CMCs, and that carrier CMC can't get them chiefs to get them people out there. Guess what? On the L deck, when we side by side with Marines, we call a 200 man.
They easily 100. Easily.
With their hands behind their back.
Easily.
With the thumbs.
Oh, you want how many? Oh, we'll send you more.
What? We got some extra ones that was sitting in the berth and not doing nothing.
At the gym. Oh, I got them too.
Guess what? They still, hey, anybody find Toon and Nick, all the Navy, we still, the Navy only got 40 people out here. Can we get the muster sheet? How many we owe? And that was put out. That was put out at the LCPO, the DLCPO meeting. Everybody know what they owe. So don't try to play me the day of and come pull my sheet and be like, well, I didn't know how many we. So you mean to tell me?
The matrix. You didn't even look at the matrix to see how.
Now chief in the scene, chief over your department didn't tell y'all. He ain't tell none of the other khakis. He ain't tell y'all nothing. Ain't nobody told me nothing. Stop it, man. Stop it. Now we got to be embarrassed as khakis when the XO and the CO come down and be like, what we waiting on? What's going on? Oh, sir, we ain't got all our people out here. And he thinking, backbone of the Navy, right? But you couldn't make sure 80 of your guys, you want that EP, right? But you couldn't make sure matter of fact, some of these people find out that as soon as they call a working party, their people left. Oh, he ain't even here no more. because he knew people would think he was at the working party.
They said they seen him.
They seen him. So he might sign his name and go home. And we know who's doing it.
Yeah.
So, again, my relationship got bad with people, and I went down a rabbit hole with it. But my relationship got off as a chief with certain CMCs, because speaking truth to power. Remember what I told you? When I put on them khakis, I say I'm never holding my voice back if something not right. And what they want to do, I'm a master chief, you a chief, you going to shut the hell up. They're not going to say, we're going to stand behind the integrity of this thing. And chief, you know what, chief? You right.
Yeah.
My chief's mess didn't perform.
Right.
Our chief's mess didn't perform. Chief, you right.
Yeah.
We can speak on, we chiefs. And that's what made me, those interactions with some of them made me kind of look at the mess of then I start, and I'm telling you my personal experience. Not that that's everybody's shit.
No.
But then I started looking and I say, hey man, these guys kind of talk one way and then they do something different in reality, right? It's a big, well-known name, female master chief, right? We went, and I can tell you this is a factual, true story. I sent this, I think she was Force or something like that at the time, the training program. The training program for the CPO season. I was put in charge of that. I went on the website. It hadn't been updated from the last year. The season has started. This stuff is on the official website, but it's not the right PowerPoints and stuff to download.
Yeah.
So I'm getting in there and I'm like, well, I went to the page. This all the stuff from last year. The new tab that's supposed to be there that you click this link and get this stuff off, it's not there. They said, well, if you go down to the bottom of that page, it's going to be a point of contact. Email that point of contact. Now, I'm a 2-year chief at the time. This is my second year as a chief. So when I'm talking one-on-one with a chief or a master chief, I'm going to BR you very respectfully, but I'm going to say Ty. I'm going to say Mike. I'm going to say Tony. I'm going to say Nick, whatever your name is. Man, I emailed this master chief, and she's famous. So she done put God and country into this email. My CMC come running in the door.
Yeah.
Why did you email her about the training program? Do you know who that is? And guess what? I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And he said, and you called her by her first name. And I said, well, I do that with everybody here. None of y'all ever said, none of these master chiefs on this whole ship ever said, well, Donnie, that's a problem. When we emailing, don't call me by my first name. In fact, when I went through my final night, guess what I was doing? So whatever you teach me,
I got you.
It's going to come out in practice.
Yes, I got you.
We emailing and that's how we interacting. Yeah. Okay, boom. I'm emailing her and she went off. Okay, boom, I ate that. And I still, after she sent back this God and Country email, I replied to the God and Country with her correct title. And I said, we're still at a standstill that this is not updated.
Yeah.
And,
I'm still asking you about the problem I have.
He said, listen, the CMC said, I'm going to have the IT shut your email. And
persistent, but go ahead.
They ended up getting me my mentor, Master Chief Craig. He was a senior chief at the time, Senior Chief McCrae, but Master Chief McCrae, Air Department. They was like, hey man, get Donnie in, And Famous was my mentor on, he used to tell me all the time, man, choose your battles. Yeah, Donnie, you every day. But my whole thing was, if I find something that's wrong, I'm speaking up,
right?
Because that's what. I felt like that's what I was employed. I literally felt like, whether people realize that, I felt like God put me in that position and gave me that authority to be a good person and do what's right. And if you got to fight against the system, do it. And I felt like that's why I'm a chief. Integrity.
They told me all of this.
Yeah, they told me if something not right, speak on it. But what I noticed is a lot of senior people don't want to be corrected.
Well, it feels more of like a child, your son or daughter just correcting you.
But if I'm wrong.
Well, right. Okay, you're absolutely correct.
My son can say, hey, Dad, you got a booger in your nose. I'm like, for real? I'm not going to be like, man.
Right.
Or Dad.
Yeah.
You driving. Stop texting. Before you kill everybody in the car. Daddy.
Great example.
Put your phone down. Yeah.
But they right, though.
And look, and I'm sitting there like, shut up.
Right. It's our safety.
Right. Yeah. So if they're saying something, and I'm like, they're coming from a genuine place, and it's probably not a good thing to do, well, I won't listen. I don't care what your title is. Yeah. You right. Because guess what I'm going to tell my kids to be doing? Don't be texting and driving. But I'm going to say, oh, I'm more skilled. It's like drunk drivers tell everybody.
Yeah.
You know, the foolish thing a drunk driver tell you, I drive better when I'm drunk. And you know, every time somebody say that to me, I look and I say, yeah, how many other people said that who didn't kill people, whole family?
And didn't make it. Right. You might have made it, but you didn't kill.
Right. And by the time they get caught for a DUI or anything, how many times you already did that? By the time you got caught.
Yeah.
You know, so I really judge people's character by the foolishness they try to.
But you put on you.
Nah, I drive better when I'm.
Yeah.
Nah, I can drive better when I'm high.
Yeah.
Like, man, okay.
Yeah.
I know not to drive with you. Because you're not that bright.
Right.
You know, and sometimes, you know, my mama used to always say, you can't make sense out of nonsense. So don't never try to get in a debate with an unintelligent person. Because they have no need to make sense.
Right.
So what you do, you right. And you know, people think I'm being funny when I bow out of conversations when I realize I'm talking. See, if I talk to you a lot, you know how we can have long conversations.
Right.
I equally feel like this guy, he's intelligent.
Right.
But if I cut these conversations short with you, it's because of the opposite.
Yes.
I realize some point in that conversation,
Right.
I'm talking to a moron.
Right. And it's not like you don't want to talk to him or her. Like you can still talk to him, but you can't give them too much of your time.
Yeah.
Only because like they own something different.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong. That's your world. I'm gonna let you have it.
But and once I feel like your intelligence ain't at a certain level, and I try to correct you, and you still don't take the wisdom. You know, it's one thing. I think even the Bible, biblical standard, man. You know, only foolish people despise correction. If you know, I remember my old lady back in the day. She used to always tell me, "Tooken." That ain't a real word. Tooken. Tooken. Like you taking something.
Yeah, taking is the
but
word.
You say tooken or certain words that I've been using in the hood proficiently. Like, you know, listen, I've been using this word since I was 8, 9 years old this way. And they like, that's not a real word. And somebody correct you.
Right.
Now, once I validate that correction and I know that you're right, I'm going to take that correction and go forward with it. Matter of fact, guess what I'm going to start doing when I hear other people saying tooken? Now, I'm going to be like, hey, man, you know that's not a word?
Right.
Or when somebody taught me that, hey, when somebody's saying, well, how you doing? And you say, I'm doing good.
Right.
And people say, grammatically, it's I'm doing well.
I'm doing well.
And I said, what? Do that feel right to me? I'm used to saying,
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good. Yeah. But once people correct you and they give you the right insight, do you despise the correction and say, I'm going to stick to what I've been doing because I'm comfortable with that?
Right.
Or do you make the adjustments?
Yeah.
A leader will make the adjustments. No matter. If you catch a CO, and I know Master Chief see it all the time, y'all be itching. You see a CO, and I know they changed their instruction now, but you see a CO come out and he got his hands in his pocket.
Yeah.
They be, listen, the whole Chiefs mess is sitting there like,
Yeah.
Hey, you know, get this guy. Like, somebody correct him.
Correct
He out here walking the pit, he ain't got no cover on.
Right. And you should educate him.
Yeah, XOCO.
Yeah.
But
Because y'all the pinnacle.
Right.
You got to set the example.
You're the example.
You're the example.
So you go to him and you say, hey, XO, you need to have a cover on out here, man. Hanger Bay, we import now. You need to have a cover on. And he look at you and he say, well, that's just a Master Chief. I'm a commander. Like, all right, Master Chief, I'm talking right now. Because what he'll do is he'll reprioritize whatever he came out there to do and try to, you know, that's his way of lightly disrespecting you, right? And not just disrespecting you, but disrespecting the standard.
Yeah.
Because the standard we supposed to be following, you're not following what Master Chief just said. You're following the instruction. You're following the policy, the program, or the procedure. Right? Military,
Always.
right? That's being, I'm militant minded, I'm solid. Okay, cool.
Right.
It's not Master Chief correcting me. I've been corrected by identifying what the policy is in this area.
Right.
So I should have said, copy, Master Chief, I'm on it.
Right.
Not, all right, Master Chief, let me finish because you're not about to check me. You're not about to. And that's the personalities you get with some of these. And listen, at that point, I know you're not a good, no matter what you try to sell to us with these beautiful speeches out in the hangar bay and you try to talk, I know you don't stand behind what you should.
Right.
You don't have integrity. I don't care how small you think that incident was. Because I know if we dig far enough into everything else you're doing, we'll find more discrepancies.
Right.
If you got a personality like that, we're creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Human beings. However you drive home from work, guess what you're going to do the majority of the time you go home from work? Unless you get hungry or something like that, you got to pick something up. If there's no change, you're going to drive the exact same route.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Right? We're creatures of habit. How you park, if you're a person that back in, that's what you're going to be prone to do. If you drink a cup of coffee every morning, like once we start creating these elements of habit in our life, that kind of becomes, people can almost predict what you're going to do. So if that's the thing, and I know you're a person that you go use the bathroom and you don't wash your hands. And you know washing your hands is the right thing to do. It stops us from communicating diseases. You might go down to the med deck. You might touch these ladder wells. But now I go in the officer's bathroom. We all using the bathroom in there. You drop a deuce, and I know you left out of there without washing your hands. And then after, you know, because I'm food service, so I'm especially, and I'm like, hey, man, you ain't gonna wash your hands? Now they're uncomfortable with me because they like, I shouldn't have to correct you.
Never.
You don't know to do that?
Never.
You know, you don't know some of these khakis on board the aircraft carrier. You don't know you're not supposed to have dip in your mouth. We had a CMC on the bush. Every time you see him, he's correcting people. Got what he got. Now, anybody who was on the bush during that time, no, I'm not lying. But he's not the isolated one. It's plenty. I just listened to a female, I think she was an E8 on the Army side on TikTok. Right? I was watching her videos, and she was talking about how many of these leaders stuff that dip in their mouth. So you're willing to break the rules when it makes you something that you enjoy doing, but you'll correct everybody else? No. This is what I'm telling you.
Boy,
if you find these spots where they break integrity, there's more. That was the surface level.
That's right.
There's more under that surface.
Right.
I promise you. It just becomes part of their character. That's their generic makeup.
Right.
You know, so I always just make sure to, you know, and if you're gonna consider yourself to be a leader, guess what? I might make some actual mistakes, but if somebody correct me, I'm willing to change it.
Easy.
Like, oh, I messed that up. I submitted that wrong.
Right.
Or I forgot to sign this. Or okay, bring it back to.
But I know all Master Chiefs aren't like that. But a lot.
No.
Yeah,
not
but a lot are. Not all. But I know your point.
I don't speak in absolutes.
I know your point.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be corrected. They feel like, oh, because they lose the focus and say, well, I'm a Master Chief. No, you're a human being first. Let's stop there. Let's stop there. You're a human being.
Right.
And as a human being, we don't always get it right.
No.
We don't always get it right. So thanks for the education. I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not going to take it in a personal way to say, oh, you disrespected me because you told me something. You know.
Well, and that's why I think, like when y'all put me through the season, I went through the season with y'all, and I think that was a blessing from God to go through the season at that Chiefs mess.
Yeah.
Because Nassau was one of the best Chiefs mess, right? Nassau, Big Nasty.
Yeah.
As broke down as that ship was,
right.
That crew was locked in.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know why? The culture of the crew was so phenomenal. Remember, we wasn't pulling in the ports, but everybody was still.
Yeah. It was cool. We done so much.
We was family.
Yeah.
And every day we could crack jokes, we could argue.
Yeah,
we could argue and it still wasn't personal.
You know,
somebody just had a disagreement with you. I don't hate you. I'm still going to come down there and be like, hey, man, give me one of them omelets, man.
Got to.
Big T, what you got in that basket?
Hey, man, come on.
What you got in that cardboard box? What you got in that aluminum foil?
You don't understand, and you probably, you know, but you don't understand my feeling on it. Because I don't eat meat. But you still made sure that I was taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely.
You still made sure that I was taken care of. So those things, and I don't know if that's just, again, it's probably you as a person and what you grew up in that CS world learning, like, hey, everybody ain't gonna eat everything, so we gotta make accommodations for some, you know.
And think about how y'all were too with y'all sailors. Them was like y'all children.
Yeah.
So y'all be in there almost, ranking boards and all of that.
Yeah.
And just where I can watch, y'all almost ready to fight.
Because you passionate about that person.
Yeah, that's
like,
love.
That's my relief, and I know that's my relief, and him or her, they're deserving. I'm not saying your sailor ain't deserving either, because I watch him or her too. Again, I'm in weapons department. You in supply.
Right.
Everybody knows supply. But it could be somebody down in engineering that I say, man, this person is always on it. Like, I see him.
Yeah.
I see him or her.
Y'all advocated for whoever.
For whoever. So it's not just about my sailor, but although I got to make sure I represent for my sailor because they did exactly what I asked them to do.
Right.
More importantly, they showed up to work.
Yeah, remember, I think when we was on there, I think HM1 was like the sailor of the year.
He was.
So think about who the majority of Master Chiefs was.
Again, another one stand and watch.
Right. Who
They don't have to.
HM.
Yeah, HM.
What are you doing up there?
What are you doing on the quarterdeck?
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
it's different.
See?
So when you see those things, you're like,
yeah.
oh, they're just not here. They're just not saying, well, I'm a chilling medical, I'm in triage and wait for something to happen.
Touching everything.
No, I'm down here.
I'm touching it. And it was competitive.
But it was good competition.
Yeah, it was. It was because
good competition,
we had a
though.
lot of people that you could be like, oh, this guy up in the air department, oh, he's solid. I remember Jerry Pryor.
Yeah.
I remember, it was just some, wherever area you went in, it was some solid people. It was
solid people.
It was some solid,
yeah.
You
and
know
like
that
for
guy.
my guy, like Fancher, like he was that.
Yeah.
He was that horse.
We got commission together. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's this people like that you feel like, yeah, you got to fight for them.
Yeah.
You got to fight for them. So
Yeah.
coming up in the chief to warrant officer world, what was that leadership style? Because you had to adjust.
Yes. And
You had to adjust.
That was a big adjustment because people in the wardroom tend to only interact with you when they need something. So they're really hyper-focused on who they can use.
You weren't used to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Chiefs mess, we click because we click.
Yes.
We like each other because we like each other. We cool, we got common things, we talk. And
Right.
No. People in that wardroom, they'll almost ignore you until I need something.
I need something.
So it's almost like every conversation becomes this. I might pretend like, hey, so how's your day going?
Yeah.
Can I get a tub of ice cream? Can you make my guys 1,000 cookies?
Yeah.
Like, can you make these guys oh, I like those boots. You shine your boots up real nice. Can you make my guys a cake? And that was despicable to me. Because it's like, how are you that
It wasn't
comfortable
natural.
to ask for something?
Yeah.
And you don't even interact with me like that.
Yeah.
I can go in the wardroom, sit at a table, and people don't talk. You know what they do too? They migrate to power. So it's like a commander, we can have a commander here, chain here, the RO there, whoever they think got power. People will migrate to the people of power. And then the despicable thing with me, they'll be laughing at your jokes even when it ain't funny. You say something, he say something, and you know that joke ain't funny, but they in there, and it's just like and then behind his back, they'll be talking about it. So it's like, you see these JOs or you see different people, they're saying one thing I don't do that. I don't double talk. Matter of fact, I probably was too open with who I did and didn't like. Because I do business with anybody, but I can't pretend like I like you. I don't know how to do that. It's a lot of people, remember, when I said people can get in relationships and pretend like they in love. Well, in the military, people can pretend like they like you and whole time, that person hates you.
Yeah.
Whole time they saying something else behind your back. Well, if I didn't like something because it wasn't really no person that I didn't like. It was something that you did or didn't do. If you was a CMC and I wasn't getting my working parties, slowly I started thinking, you're ineffective. You're not running this Chiefs mess, it's running you. You just here as
the figurehead.
Part of the triad and making them think, I got the Chiefs in line. And you can't even get them to get their people out here. And then when they don't do it, there's no consequence. So here's the thing, I fall short. I remember one of the Master Chiefs would email me and be like, Donnie, the line this morning, or mid-rats, hey man, I got up last night at mid-rats, Donnie. I know you wasn't up, but people know how I am.
Yeah.
Like, that's personal.
Right. You're going to make sure, you're going to get.
Listen, man, I'm going to take a nap earlier in the day just so I can get back up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to creep somewhere in mid-rats and I'm going to see what they putting out there for the crew.
Right.
Because my whole thing is, treat that line like it's somebody coming through. You know what I mean? Don't just throw no slop out there. Because this is what I can tell you about cooks, right? Junior cooks. People might think there's some type of training deficiency. But go look at their plate. Go look at them pancakes and go look at how that omelet's rolled up.
Boy,
and you be
them
like,
pancake fluffy.
Ooh, look at it. Look at CS3 omelet, right? But then he'll throw something. And then you'll be like, well, maybe he didn't know no better. You think he don't know? Would he have put that on his own plate?
Yeah.
So if anything, he should have enough empathy for this guy who might have just stood a 12 or 14-hour watch. He don't know whether this guy's coming out of engineering space or hot space, or he don't know what you just went through. I'm gonna assume you go through the worst. That's why when people come through the child line, I'm invigorated. Shipmate, what's going on? How you doing? Go and get you. What you want? You want to? and we talking. Just like when the chiefs come up and they serve the crew, and that hyper interaction with everybody and treating them and cracking jokes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that meal is the only break I got during that day. Everybody then treated me a certain way. I'm an E3, right?
Yeah. This
is my experience. Nobody's I can't eat in this cheese mess. I can't eat in the wardroom. Nobody's treating me of value. I come through that child line.
Yeah.
FSO and these guys, they got music down on the mess decks. Shit, man, what you want? We got some ice cream out there. We got some desserts.
Yeah.
You know, the fat boy inside of me, I'm going to make sure. Listen, what y'all need, man? What y'all got going on?
Right.
Oh, yeah, chop off. You know, and after a while, that's their, now it's like, in khakis and, don't come down here and interrupt these guys' meals. Let them properly, because you know, psychologically, that does something to how you digest your food. If somebody makes you stressful while you're eating. A lot of people don't know that. It's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
If somebody stresses you out while you're eating, your body slows down the whole process of how you digest that because they've introduced new chemicals into your body. But that's something, that's rabbit hole.
Right.
But, so don't disturb, let people eat in peace. You know, a big thing, once I started going up the ranks, I stopped wanting to eat in there with khakis because as a chief, other chiefs won't let me enjoy my meal without bringing their recommendations to me. Well, you know what I had on my last ship, Donnie? We had a guy who was standing there and make Mongolians. Well, hey, man, I ain't got them amount of people to have a sailor standing out here and make your Mongolian every day. Hit that child line. We not gonna have an ice cream social every day of the week. Nah, we're not doing that. I'm sorry, man. So you're gonna have to, you know. And they don't see the work behind stuff. When people are requesting, when they asking for extra cookies and extra this, extra that, it's the child bosses and that CSC's responsibility to say, is this worth putting this extra work on my people?
Yeah.
If not, no. And people think I'm just being, no, we're not doing that. Now you say my guys is out on that pier, humping and bumping, deck department, shout out to the BN.
Right.
They on that side of that thing, rolling, painting that ship out, and it's 100 degrees
Hanging
outside.
off the side of that
Listen, I'm sending, we sending some, hey man, don't just send no, hook them guys up, man.
Yeah.
Go down there.
What they doing, a lot of people.
You know, shout out to Chief Ruffin, Senior Chief Ruffin, and Master Chief, right here, Master Chief now.
Yeah.
But he was my chief back then. Hey, send them guys down there, get them guys some ice cream. Send them guys down there, hook them guys up some.
That's what's up.
Hook them guys up.
That's what's up.
And guess what? I done forgot about it. Days later, I see one of them sailors, chow balls,
Yeah.
and giving you a hug. And I'm like, what's up? Man, you sent them ice creams down there. That was love. Wow. And that mean more to me. That E2 dapping me up mean more to me than this commander coming through.
Yeah.
Because I know that's coming.
That's genuine.
That's coming from a sincere place.
Yeah.
That ice cream out there was love in a 90. That commander ain't been out there on no 90. Guess what? He got that big stateroom.
Yeah.
The AC in there bumping.
Yeah.
Carpet in there. He can skip out in there a couple times a day, take some good naps.
Power nap. Ain't nothing wrong
Power
with
nap.
that.
And he's up all night sending emails, but he done took 3-4 naps. Don't think he's been up since 5 a.m.
Right.
That's the illusion.
Right.
But guess who probably has been up that whole way through and ain't been able to take no 3-4 naps?
No.
That guy that's outside.
Yeah.
So guess what? Do we owe him something extra? We do owe him extra. A lot of people might, oh, no, you paying no, that ain't how that work. You do owe him extra. Why? Because to me, he's not a slave. He's my shipmate.
Yeah.
And that, remember, that was a term of endearment for us. People negatively associated because now it got to a point where the only time you hear shipmate is when I was being corrected. So now people took a negative connection with it. But back when I came from, everybody on this ship might be put in a scenario to have to save my life. If my leg blew off, I don't get to dictate who might be next to me if a missile hit the side of this.
No.
And guess what? That E2 might be putting that tourniquet on. That BM3 might be. That IT1 might be. That HM1 might be. What? You think that captain or that commander, you think the CO about to come down and do CPR? You think he gonna come down from 018 and
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be the people who's next to you in that vicinity. So guess what? I don't need no bad relationships to you because if life or death comes into this scenario, I want you to see a friend. I want you to see family. I want you to see some love. I want you in the midst of the ship to see loved ones. Because then we'll fight and die for each other.
That's right. If
I see it Ty and I say, Ty, that's my brother, man.
Yeah.
That's my brother, man. You know, think about it. We still know each other. We out the service.
Yeah.
We don't have to be here talking.
No.
So when we look at that and we say that's my brother, now we can go to war together.
That's right.
When the Marines get out their boots on the ground, if we got that, we locked in like that, we family, we can go to war. Because anybody shoot a shot at my brother, I'm looking through them bushes and I'm trying to kill everybody that's on that side. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
So a lot of leaders don't look at that in the right way because they see that separation of, oh, we're first classes, or we're chiefs, or we're wardroom, and we're, no. What is all these degrees of separation? We family.
Right. I understand the respect in the rank, but we family.
Yeah, we family.
Yeah.
And the respect is easy.
Yeah.
That's the easy part of the element.
Right.
You know what's not easy? It's us becoming family. You looking out for me, because you might have to do something extra to look out for me. Back in the day, it was the SKs and LSs and stuff like that. They see I got a hole in my boot. What? And that SK1 be like, Big T, come here, man. What size shoe you wear?
Yeah.
Listen, he don't even get in no full conversation with me on no aviation side. Big T, what size shoe you wear?
Yeah.
He come back down to mess decks, man. Set that. Hey, I took care of the paperwork and all.
Yeah.
Guess what? He don't have to ask for my reciprocation after that. He come through and he knock on that galley door and he say, hey, man, we stuck down here in the hole, man. The LS is down here. We doing inventory. Hey, man, give me the number. How many you got down there? Hey, man, we got 8 people down there. Say less.
Too easy.
Because we all, well, whatever we got as a resource to us, if the IT's temporarily like, this guy on the mess deck's crying, his mom's sick, he ain't talked to her in about a week. Can we get this guy a pass line? Do we need to go talk to the chief, the lieutenant? And,
Right.
Or can that IT too? Hey, man, I got a line. Get him in the office over here.
Right.
Hey, man, jump on that line when you get off. Let me know so we can button that back up. That's love.
Yeah.
And that's why I say them second class, they do operate like that.
Yeah.
It's once you kind of get above that waterline, the politics start to enter the chat, and stuff get a little bit more difficult because then we start entering protocol. We start, prioritizing what the checklist say, and because I got to follow this checklist, we got to make sure every dot is I. No. When we out here, out to sea, we surviving on here. The inspectors, AT, none of these people who dictated all these rules about survival out to sea is out here with us.
Right.
So now we doing what we got to do.
Yeah.
We'll worry about what you talking about when we get back to North.
Right.
You know how we do.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to worry about what they talking about right now.
Right.
We need to do this way to get through this evolution.
Yes.
That's what we doing.
Right. Long as everybody's safe.
Everybody's, listen, let's go.
Number one, safety is everything.
That's the top of the list.
Yeah. And
after that, I'm not worried about what they send in that office 100 miles away. Ain't nobody worried about what you talking about, man.
Yeah.
Send an email and, we seen y'all pull some stuff out of inventory and we needed to. So whatever you got to do.
Right. So right before you about to retire, like you knew, put in your paperwork, about to retire, 2 years out, what was going through your mind? Did you know that you're going to retire?
Yeah.
What was going through your mind at the time? Because you've been doing this. You gave him, as you say, I gave him a quarter.
Yeah.
I gave him a strong quarter.
Yeah.
25. What was going through your mind? 48, I call it my last 48. Last 48 months.
48 is probably ways out, but about 2 years out.
48 months, 2 months. Yeah, 2 years, I'm sorry.
Yeah, about
48
24.
months.
About 2 years out.
Yeah.
About 2 years out. I was looking forward to it, but kind of scared at the same. So here's the feeling. The same unsureness I was feeling, like that like what is tomorrow gonna bring? Like what is this gonna feel like? What is it? The same way I felt coming in the Navy?
Yeah.
I kind of felt that same anxiety going out of the Navy. Cause it was like, this is new coming in. And then leaving, this is new.
Yeah.
Even though I've been in the civilian section before, but it's like, now, and most people in the Navy don't be about daddy anyway, which is great.
Right, yeah.
But it's like, now, if I take away these titles, these uniforms, and I peel back the onion of all of this, who am I? Well, I still got a lot of leadership traits. But now I'm thinking, these talents, traits, and abilities, where do I apply them now if I'm just like, if I'm not employed somewhere? You know what I mean? And then where do I fit in best on the civilian side? Because you can think, oh, I'll just do this type of job because it's closely related, but then it's not closely related. It's something totally different out of that element. And do you try something different? Yeah, but for me, it has to fit.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do something just for the sake of money. Because now, towards the end, I realized in that last 24 months when I actually started going to medical, I actually started going to doctors, I actually started getting seen, man, I had all type of issues. I had high blood pressure. I had, sleep apnea. And keep in mind, I'm just going through the protocol of tests that people tell me, go get these tests. Now the Master Chiefs is, shout out to Master Chief Strickland and all these guys. Now they giving me insight and, Master Chief Love, go, hey, Punkin, go have them check this, have them check that, have them check this. And I'm going to get all this stuff checked, and they like, man, you pre-diabetic, you this, and they like, do you be randomly getting lightheaded? I said, yeah, sometimes, I feel like I'm probably moving around too. Yeah. They like, nah. That's this, and this. And, oh, yeah, this, and this. And do you feel heart palpitations? Yeah. And I'm like, hey, man, you close to having a stroke. What? And I'm like, what? Then, it was like, oh, man. But then I started considering how many times I was supposed to go to medical as a khaki. And I said, oh, man, I ain't got time. Suppo called me and we need to, oh, man, hey, Suppo, Pass just said, oh, we got to set this up. And, oh, I got to send this email off by, oh, man, the guy's evals are due. And I always reprioritize something over my own health. Even with my own family. Like if you look at my family, right, whether it's my kids or the people around me, my mom, everybody around me, financially, I did stuff for everybody.
Except yourself.
And then guess what I was going to? Man, I go to Walmart, man, get me 3 or 4 shirts. Majority of my outfits, so when I went in my closet and I started packing up my uniforms and all my Navy stuff, my closet was almost empty. And then that's when the gravity of how much of who I am, right? My closet, my dresser drawers. When I take out all them brown socks and brown T-shirts and I start reducing everything Navy, I realized how much of me was in here.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what do I do like wearing?
Wow.
I haven't even thought about what I'm going to wear every day I'm wearing uniform. I haven't even thought about what clothes, what represents my personality. Is it a collared shirt? Is it a suit and tie? Is it sweaters? Is it what represents? Now I know I'm comfortable in a T-shirt and jogging pants. And now, I go online and guess what? I'm buying my shoes on TikTok shop and Amazon, slip-on shoes. They cost $20.
Yeah.
With my kids, it's like, you buy the most cheap, you got all this money. They think that's not like, man.
Right.
You got this money, you send these money in these accounts.
But maybe that's not your priority.
It's not my priority, but then it's like, a part of me realized that I had not even identified, like, do I like fishing? Do I like, skiing? Do I like, So now I have to reprioritize stuff for Donnie. Now I start pushing back. Let me back everybody up who's just daddy, my mama, son, I need, everybody, which it's not a point of not wanting to support and take care of them. It's just a point that give me a certain amount of time to indulge in.
Yeah.
Because my identity is kind of
right.
I know I'm daddy.
Right,
I know I'm a good son and
all of that.
A brother, whatever other these titles. But who am I to me? Like, give me to travel by myself and just rediscover that, and then blow some of this money on myself.
Right.
I'm talking about just me.
Yeah.
You keep in mind, ain't none of my kids abandoned or none of that. They done had that. I done been. Yeah. So I ain't been out a year. Let me just take some time and just prioritize for once. And then people will try to make you feel guilty for that.
Yeah.
Let me focus on me and find out who I am and reshape that. Just like when people were calling me about these different jobs and was getting all these different roles and, hey, and some of these employers, they don't respect the fact that you on leave or you just did, they like, hey, I'm like, well, when would you actually need me to start? Yeah, the money good or what? 120,000, okay. Well, when would you need me to start? Now. And I'm like, man, I ain't even getting to enjoy, a couple months of.
Yeah.
I ain't traveled or nothing. I'm about to go back to work. Is money God for me? And I told you in the beginning, once you make money a God, and I got an opportunity to make all this money because now I'm getting these other checks. I'm in school, I'm getting all these different checks. And now I could get, but do I got time to take care of myself? All these VA appointments now I done made to, get what? VA hooked me up too. And I want to give them a shout out because a lot of people bad talk that process. No. What I realized, I'm a college student when it comes to processes, policies, programs, procedures. When I actually started looking up all this VA stuff, right? And maybe that's because that's I'm a reader, part of my personality. When I looked up the BBD, all of these different processes, and I followed those processes to the letter, everything in that transition went smooth. Listen, all of them resources that the VA said they have for resume, I took advantage of all of this different stuff. And all of this stuff, all my appointments, my dental appointments, my PCM, because I hooked up in both. I got the TRICARE Prime Select and the VA Health.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The PCM was like, these back issues you got and you paying for these deep tissue massages, we can get 12 sessions for both just to start. I said, man, I can get chiropractic adjustments and deep tissue massage. She said, well, we'll get you down for both for free.
Man.
So guess what? A bill come to the house with a zero on it. Man, come on, man.
Zero.
But I realized this. If you got out and maybe you was an E4, E5, and you just getting enrolled into that VA program, and man, you got to get some advocates. This is the thing I love, and I want to give a shout out to Jacksonville area. And that's why I knew that. There's a whole alumni of senior veterans who, listen, they can tell you everything. All of these Master Chiefs that's down here, even my kids, all these different Master Chiefs that's down here in this area, they will tell you all make sure you apply for this program. Did you know, they can get you a loan for business.
That's good, man.
They can get this. Make sure that you go down and you apply for your FAFSA, and they'll do student debt forgiveness. Man, what? Every time I talk to IT Master Chief,
Jeff Barlow?
Barlow. Shout out to Barlow. Shout out to Master Chief. All of these cats, these different Master Chiefs that's down here. Listen, man, they take care of veterans. You go up one of the cigar lounges, you go in there and puff a cigar, you going to walk out of there with all type of information.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
They telling you stuff, man, you better pull a notepad out.
Yeah.
And I tell people, stop going off into your own bubble. A lot of times these veterans retire, and you know who they think they supposed to go back to first? Family. And family don't got the resources that you're a veteran now.
Yeah.
I say, prioritize before you go to where my grandmama stay here, or I got an uncle, and no. Prioritize who's going to help you the most as a veteran. And then once you get all of the support, then you can later move anywhere you want. But initially when you transition it, if you feel like I might need a couple stepping stones, you better go where that alumni is.
Yeah. Would it be good to have, like in your last 24 months, like a sponsor assigned to you? Like, like.
Matter of fact, get you a VSO.
Yeah. Or say like a fellow, let's say for a fellow chief, like that's retired.
Yeah.
They say, hey man, I'm just helping you out. I'm letting you know, hey, make sure you make this appointment, make sure you do that. Somebody to kind of help you with your transition out.
Just like when you first arrived to the ship.
Same thing.
You know how they say a sponsor?
Yeah.
So I would say not even one. Here go the lucky number, 7.
What?
7. Find out who got a lot of insight on how to navigate the medical stuff.
Boy.
Find a person.
Listen here.
Then find a person who know how to navigate a lot of the money stuff. Because a lot of money secrets.
A lot of money secrets out there.
A lot of money secrets.
A lot of money secrets out there.
Loans and it's a lot of. So find a person that's going to tell you, hey man, when you go home, your family ain't used to you being there every day, all day.
Yeah.
Your temperament, reconnecting, stuff is different now.
Different now.
So ease your way, just like coming off a deployment sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Ease your way into somebody who can kind of coach you through that.
Yeah.
And that could be an actual therapist, or it could be somebody you just trust to, talk to.
Right.
But I would say roughly about good seven mentors of people that, even now, right? I got this little list at home in my little brown notepad of people I call and just check on. I call it the buddy check. I hit my boy and he finally answered the phone, Raymond Gould. He in California, and he ended up telling me about housing. They got what they call the miniature homes out there in there, and they hooking homeless veterans up with them. Good. And I said, man, so even if you talk to somebody and they homeless and they say, I'm a veteran, and it's like, oh, do you know they got housing programs in some of these states? And it's like, they help you get off them streets. But you got to talk. The majority of people talk to themselves, and they talk themselves out of stuff.
Gotcha.
So when I'm telling people, go get it with one of them VSOs, man. Down here in Jacksonville, they got some good VSOs, man.
Yeah.
You can catch them down there, and that's the whole thing is go in there, man, post up. Make sure you got a data offer, man, and spend that day down there if you got to. That wealth of information you going to get and how he going to tell you to dot your I's and cross your T's, because what people don't understand about submitting, and everybody trying to get to the 100% or whatever.
More than that, though.
What the VSO is going to identify to you is, as you're going to medical, there's a criteria for every disability, right? For everything that the military and the government is going to compensate. Because what people don't realize is it's compensation, right? Military, they're not giving you no free check. It's all compensation based on your inability to lean at this 90-degree angle or 45, whatever your elbow's supposed to do as a natural human movement. Your head won't turn a certain way. You got arthritis in your neck. Your inability.
Going to the bathroom while you sleep. So
there's a criteria, and guess what? When you look at it in writing, the criteria is going to. So just because you went to medical and you got this problem, it doesn't mean it meets their criteria. Now, once I start talking to people on the phone and I start educating them on looking at the actual criteria, and I say, well, look at your medical documentation and look at these criteria. If they don't match, they're not going to compensate you.
Right.
Not just because of this, right? Sleep apnea, got a criteria. Once you've been prescribed that machine, the prescription of people think, oh, it's wearing the machine. No. Once you've been prescribed the machine, that's what's going to give you 50%.
And I would just say, just tell the truth. Whatever's going on with your body, just tell the truth. And see, that's the only way. One, it's sure with it's good with the compensation, but that's the only way you're gonna get help by telling the truth about your body from head to toe. You got to tell the truth just to get the help.
And the secondaries, right? So when you actually go tell the truth, right? The initial problem is going to cause other problems because your body starts to compensate. So they'll start asking you questions about a secondary that you wasn't even thinking about. So I'm thinking about like my feet, right? In the morning, my plantar fasciitis. I got to put my feet on these ice pack, and most of us old heads who done wore them flat boots, them hard boots when we first came in, our feet toe up, right? So what did my legs start doing? I started walking different ways trying to avoid that pain.
Hip started hurting.
Hip. What they used to say, that little song, your hip bone connected to your tailbone. That's how secondaries work. And these secondaries, you get credit for that too, because you haven't even been paying attention that your hip is bad. You're not even paying attention, you got arthritis in your knees too. And that whatever reaction your knee supposed to do when somebody do this and do it kick out or it don't move. Like, man, that knee dead there. He can hit that with that hammer and that knee ain't move. And he like, hey man, you ain't got no cartilage here. Okay. So it's not figuring it out on your own. Everybody who navigating on their own is cheating yourself. Because what didn't you forget? You know how we used to do murder boards in the military? That's going to talk to a VSO and going to talk to other veterans is equivalent to you as a military member doing your murder board before you go to your actual CMP exam. Because they'll be able to say, hey man, well, what's hurting and how this, and did you get this? Are you claiming this? And man, make sure you talk to them about, you got some ringing in your ear, make sure you tell them that at your next appointment. And how often is the ringing happening? Is it constant and continuous, or is it just once a month? That's going to create a difference. They're not going to compensate you for something that I might have this issue once every 2 or 3 months. No. But if it's something constant and continuous, most of us don't sleep a full night's sleep. You know how many times we wake up in the middle of the night about 3 or 4? Like I kept telling this guy, man, I lit through the night. Not just because I drink a lot of water throughout the day, but I wake up 2-3 times in the middle of the night and I have to go back to sleep. Well, is that normal? or it's become my norm. Why? Because guess what? For the last 20 years, people can wake me up at any time of the night. Man overboard, man overboard. And guess what? You don't just have to wake up. We have to wake up and react. So that trains the brain to not sleep deep.
No.
So a lot of people are not sleeping deep like they supposed to, what I think they call REM sleep.
Yeah.
You're not getting the REM sleep because you're doing surface level sleep because you're scared something's gonna happen to wake you up. So no, you're not relaxing. You need to be in an environment where your body can.
Right.
And then, guess what? Them hormones gonna re-regulate. Guess what? You'll start losing weight again. And you'll be like, man, because there's certain people, they can't lose no weight because their body is constantly under stress. They're not even sleeping good. If you work nights in the military, people don't realize if your circadian rhythm, that shaves years off of your life. The military not gonna tell you this until you're getting ready to leave. Like, oh yeah, well, you remember all that loud noise and you slept up under the flight deck and you remember all that? Oh yeah, them little headaches you got.
Boom.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Guess where I was sleeping? And you got it. And guess what? You fall asleep hearing that.
It's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah. And we was only getting, on average, 4 to 5 hours of sleep and operating. Now you're home, you get all the sleep in the world, but you're not equipped to it.
No, your body programmed.
It's programmed already. It's programmed. I'm gonna get you on this last question. The military did what for you?
Oh, it changed my entire life. It gave me the future I was looking for. There's a lot in that. I became a man in the military. I became a father in the military. I became a husband in the military. There's so many different aspects of me that evolved during that tenure. And what I gained from the military about how to do business and have integrity and all of this, it shaped who I am as a man permanently. There's no learning mathematics and then emptying your brain of that. So the science of leadership, the being able to read a person's emotions, being a problem solver. Because now every scenario we enter, soon as somebody introduces a thought, even if you're hearing, you can hear somebody's conversation who's at another table or something, and you already are calculating your mind is doing that at a rapid pace, where something is difficult for somebody else, but guess what? Master Chief Presley is, hey, that's easy. Hey, this is what you do. Go down there. Just like when somebody can call you and be like, hey, Master Chief, I'm thinking, looking at these orders, what you thinking? And you can come up with a solution so fast and then tell them why that's the solution. See, and that's the thing is we can offer something to somebody and not just offer it and be like, just do what I told you don't. No. We can tell you why. One of the Master Chiefs told me, don't take no billets with a command that's perfect. And I said, well, why would I go to a command that's messed up? He said, because that's where you can offer impact. Because if the PRT program is only 20% people passing and you a great CFL, even if you took it to 70% passing, that's a 50% improvement. You don't even have to get it to 100. But if you go somewhere and that's a NAIL award winning ship and it's already at 100, a minute of ketchup bottle or missing, or one of their favorites is not on that line on brunch, they're gonna notice what falls off. When the operation is toe up, I remember when I first went to Bush and I put syrup on the table, syrup bottles now. They were knocking at my door and was like, who put them at your mama body syrup bottles on the table? We got syrup? And I'm thinking, man, how far, they acting like that about syrup?
Yeah.
It's like, man, guess what? Ain't nowhere to go but up.
That's right.
If you go take the worst commands, that's where you're gonna have the most significant impact of improvement. Because just like when I got down to the Kings Bay, and they was like,
how was it? That's my last
one.
No,
go ahead.
How was it during your last Thanksgiving meal? At any command for you, like your last Thanksgiving meal. I guess you was at Kings Bay. And, I know you probably couldn't. I don't want to say compared to a ship.
Nah.
But how was it?
It was bittersweet.
It was bittersweet.
Because I realized it was at the top of my mind that it was the last.
Really?
And then I kind of felt like, a piece of me feels like, how am I able, I've been able to give so much value through the military. I still got people calling me, telling me, man, because of you, Donnie, because of you, man, Chief Ruffin, I just got a text from him. He just made my chief, and he said, hey, man, I still got that eval you wrote for me. He said, man, you set me up. You know, and getting them calls from people like that, that kind of...
Give you life.
Yeah,
Give
what?
you life. Give you life.
And I know, like, man, that's gonna be significant to miss having an impact on so many people. Like now, I might got my neighborhood, my neighbors, and the community, and maybe I'll step out into, you know, one of these organizations where I can equally do that. I'm not saying that that's not possible nowhere else, but I think that's the biggest thing that I felt like I was cutting ties with, man. It's like, man, and now if you go on Norfolk, it's not many people who don't know who I am. You know, I got a name out there. You know, whether people
You've been there forever, but
whether it's famous or infamous.
Right.
People know Donnie.
Yes.
You know, depending on who telling the story, I could have been the villain. Somebody else tell the story, I could have been the hero.
Yeah.
But nobody could ever say I wasn't out there teaching. You know, whether I was teaching hard, they felt like I was teaching too hard or being aggressive. But nobody will say. They might say I don't like them. They won't say I ain't learned from them. I don't give nobody who work for me that opportunity.
What would you tell a young sailor coming in today? It could be a couple of things that you would tell them to go from enlisted to officer. Like, what would you, a young sailor a young CS coming in, CS3, Townsend, what would you tell him now? Say, hey, you know, make up to this rank, and then go officer. What's something that you would tell him in your world that they need to know?
Master being a student. So the big 3 Ps, and everybody who know me, I kind of harp on that. Master and learning policies, programs, and procedures. No matter what company, I don't care if it's Chick-fil-A, whoever you go work for, right? If you master those 3, get those checklists and kind of learn what are they actually looking for, be a consummate professional in your occupation, right? Be a professional. Because even with the Navy-wide exams, I always tell people, only idiots study for the Navy-wide exam. And I always told people that, and the reason I frame it that way is because it catches people off guard. Only idiots study for the Navy-wide exam.
It caught me off guard, but I know where you're going, though. But go ahead.
Say study to be a professional in your occupation. The exam is the measuring stick. The exam is going to tell me where you fall out amongst your peer group. But that's not why you're studying. You're studying to be a professional at what you do. And there's no better feeling than when somebody comes question me on what I'm doing, and I can spit those instructions out. Something about that, as a second class, something about that felt phenomenal to me. To be able to recite the P486 and to be able to recite instructions and watch leadership. And, you know, I had Master Chief Rhonda Russ, and when I could recite stuff out of the evaluation instruction or the PRT instruction, and I always did the little humble thing afterwards. And she said, stop doing that before I beat your ass. And I will always say, well, this is not Donnie Lee Townsend's rules. The Navy. This is what their requirement is. So, you know, I always tell people to master policies, programs, and procedures. Stay in them books and be an active student. The second piece of the puzzle, and this is hard, because once you get that wisdom, power comes with wisdom. But there's a delicate balance with power. You have to have humility. And the worst thing you can have in the military is have a powerful person who has no humility. And remember, that's why you can't correct certain people.
Right.
You can't correct them because they don't have integrity and they don't have humility. So as you're going up these ranks with this information and you're able to execute and operation, and people start making you feel like you can get the big head, you have to keep humility. You have to have that.
That's right.
That's an ingredient, right? And then the biggest thing is always prioritize leadership over everything. And if you question yourself, right? You know, there was like a what I call a scale of life. Like with everything, I got a scale of life, right? And I say the things you live for and the things you die for, that you would die for, everything that's very important in your life has to fit on both of those scales. You live for your children. You would die for your children. You know, let's say your mom. You live for your mother and your family. You would die in the right scenario if somebody threatened, right? So everything that's of high importance has to have its measuring, right? And mine was to live for, to die for, to live for, to die for. And it's like, you know, that's everything that couldn't fit on both of those scales wasn't high up on that list, right? People in the military, in order to be the most profound leader, you have to love people. And if you don't, if you're a person that you only see other military, whether they're junior or senior, and you only see them as coworkers, you will never be a phenomenal leader.
That's right.
I don't care what none of them tell you, detach from the people and all of that. The most profound leaders in the military, leadership, prioritize leadership. They love the people around.
They love the people around.
They
And
hate
the people love them.
See, you
The
beat me
people
to
love
it.
them.
You listen. You read to the.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if they have those three elements, this is what I'm telling you. That's it. That will be. And even when they think later, they'll still come find you because they'll never forget you.
That's right.
If you lead with love,
That's right.
and sometimes when you're leading with love, you got to be harsh with people. Sometimes when you're leading with love, you got to tell people something that they might not want to hear. What do you think intervention is? Intervention is when we see you have an addiction or something, and we have to confront you in order to save you. You get the gravity of that?
Yeah.
Because now we got these bubbles. Let's say somebody can get your old lady in the bubble and tell her to leave the best man she got available to her. A man that actually, keep in mind, they single though. They would do that.
Yeah.
Trap her in that bubble and talk her head off and fill her. And are they doing that in her best interest? No. Is they doing that out of love? No. And then once she fall off her, guess what she left with? You know, but you think if the guys is telling you, hey man, get out them streets. You see all the, man, to shake them up, it's all these, his cheeks everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody will talk you out of, do that person really love you? You have to consider that. Like, the first time somebody give you drugs is for free. The first time somebody will take a joint, they're not saying give me $10 or you got to chip in on this. You know what people do to lure you into their madness? They'll give you something that's negative for free, get you addicted to it. And when you come back and say, well, can I join in and partake now? Hey man, well now you gotta chip in on this now. Now it's gonna cost you.
Right.
So the people who really love people, you gotta confront people when they're wrong. That confrontation might save somebody's life. And I hate the fact that we've got to a point, especially in the military and out, where we tell everybody what they want to hear.
To appease them, to satisfy them.
Listen, if my stomach got big, you know what I want people around me to do? Donnie, man, what
You good?
you need to get back in that gym,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
But you need to, hey, I know your knees and your back and your feet hurting, but you need to get out there and start walking.
Yeah.
Walk your dog. Talk to me as a brother, man. Don't spare my feelings. I want you, because you know what? You might hurt my feelings and be like, boy, you done got fat. And guess what? Initially, I might be like, dog.
Yeah.
But then I'd be like, man, Ty, right. Dang, man, I got all these snacks around my bed. And I got this little mini refrigerator in here. I got some sodas in the corner.
Right.
But you might have saved me because now I'm not going to pretend like I don't see that around me no more. You might have hurt my feelings, but you might have saved me.
Yeah.
That drug addict, when they family get in there and surround them and say, hey, and we going to read, you've lost yourself. We need that.
Yeah.
That's love. It's not love, agape love, when somebody's telling you what you want to hear. That's the person who hates you. A demon will do that. A demon will make you comfortable when you're doing the wrong thing. And a lot of people didn't realize that about me, that when I'm confronting, if you lazy or something like that, and I'm doing that because I love you. And guess what? We got the best version of you. Everybody exists in the same universe, right? You got the best version of Ty and the worst version of Ty.
Yeah.
If all your habits are bad habits, we're going to get the worst version of you. But if you start running and you start concentrating on your triangle, mind, body, and spirit, and you start reading the Bible, and you start getting back in your element and getting healthier, we're going to get the best version of you. But both of them exist. Where are you putting your energy and effort at? Relaxing and chilling and being comfortable, or you? So, them big things, man. Our sailors need to master being students.
Yeah.
When you get that power and that intelligence, be humble with it.
That's right.
And when you operate as a leader and you prioritize leadership, lead with love. And lead them like they're your family. And people think that that's some type of, oh, it is the military, that's not my family. Once any leader see people around them as co-workers, they're gonna be a trash leader. And I can close that out right there.
That's respect. Man, thank you for coming through, man. Like, and this is just a small sample. People don't know, like, this is what we do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is what you and I do.
For hours.
Hours. Man, thank you. Thank you for that 25 years. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with you and understand and get to know who you are. It was, again, I can't say the love I got for you, brother. So it's just there. Continue to give them messages out on social media. You know, it takes time for people to start listening, but they'll eventually start listening. You know, as long as your messages stay positive like you're doing, it's going to come. They're going to get you. And if you only reach for 5 people, that's all you need.
Oh, that's all
That's all you needed. And I know you ain't chasing no numbers.
Nah, that's who God want in front of me.
Right.
If it's 5, that's who God want in front of me.
If that's your lane after your retirement, just to spread the word, spread your feelings, the truth, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So keep it up. I'm here. If you ever need me, I'm indebted to you. That's my word.
And I'm especially thankful for even this opportunity to speak on your platform. I always see it and follow it, man. You're doing phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
Your setup is professional.
yeah.
Man, and you solid. And you still the same guy.
Yeah.
You know, whether that title is there or not, you still that leader.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. Much respect, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Again, we got some work to do. So.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
I know. Hey, at ease. Peace and love. Out.